we're good.
We are live. Do we need to put the audio on?
Nope, we're good. Hello.
We are live.
Hello. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us tonight as we continue as the Couch Cooperative. We are a local group in the United States that play Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. We are back with our adventure of the Rise of Tiamat, Tyranny of Dragons campaign with the Hoard of the Dragon Queen introduction. We are so excited to kind of continue going. We have been absent the past few weeks as we've had some stuff as a group that we've just been focusing on. We've used that opportunity. If you can't see, we have a few comfy chairs. So we've made some modifications to even our table layout. We're doing everything we can week by week to still be working even if we're not streaming. And we are very grateful of those that are patient and understanding during the absences that we might have. Outside of that, we don't have any other announcements as of yet. So we are just going to go ahead and jump in.
Let's do it.
So, last we left off, our adventurers, the heroes of Greenest, when they had arrived on their journey north from Waterdeep at the Carnath Roadhouse, a temporary lodging and warehouse station that was being used to kind of oversee and maintain the supplies that were being utilized to reconstruct the roadway up to Neverwinter, specifically around the Mere of Dead Men, a massive swamp on the western, technically it's, you guys are you've been along the coast the entire time, but it's a swamp that pretty much borders the coast on the west side of the road. You guys arriving at the Carnath Roadhouse, unfortunately, kind of got ousted by some active members of the cult that had kind of had it out for you since your journey to Baldur's Gate. Or your journey from Baldur's Gate to Waterdeep, and big, massive combat in there ensued. You pretty much killed all the active cult members that you saw. One was almost let go, but was killed quite quickly by Arboris Greenleaf. You guys utilized the peace, the quiet of no cultists in the area to do a little bit of investigation because Lux Everest had found, or, well, more overheard the sounds of, like, rasping voices. It was a language he didn't understand, and was able to identify that there was things happening in the warehouse room, specifically in a specific room that's on the back end of it. You guys went in, found a secret door that opened up to a tunnel. That tunnel went on for quite some time. After a few hours of traveling, you found yourself out in the midst of the Mere of Dead Men. Taking some time to travel, you were caught in a very hilarious way by some lizard folk, as you guys were very easy to avoid the combat, but did everything that you could and succeeded in just keeping yourself safe. So the goal, from what I saw, was avoiding combat, but it worked well in kind of ensuring that you guys were taken care of. You were able to kind of stand out to a particular member of this lizard folk group named Snapjaw. The lizard folk are of the Scaly Death tribe, who have been pretty much used as manual labor and bodies, guards amongst the cult in a castle that is lost within, or pretty much abandoned within the midst of the Mere. You traveled to it and were able to kind of sneak your way into the lizard folk encampment, which is just outside the castle walls, and were briefly shown the tension between the lizard folk, who are on the bottom of the totem pole here, the bullywugs, which are these frog-like creatures that are humanoid in style, that stand a little bit above the lizard folk in this kind of hierarchy. The cultists themselves, that were led by a half-elf captain. You were told that Resmir was here. You haven't seen any sign of her, but you did see sign of Lux's brother, who has become a little bit more
all you, bro.
Changed
All you.
since last meeting him in Greenest, outside of Greenest.
1v1?
They brought a human prisoner out as a display, and you watched as what has become of Lux's brother desiccate this individual, pulling the life force from his body And when the body dropped, it
Yeah.
rose again as a necromantic perversion of its original form. The half-elf captains quickly dispatched of it,
Made you happy?
and
Go, brother.
things kind of quieted down. Now, you guys had a chance to rest, so you guys are fully rested at the time. It is currently the day prior, or the day after you guys arriving at this castle. And quite a good grip of time has kind of passed, as you know that the lizard folk are, specifically Snapjaw is preparing the remainder of the lizard folk, as there's guards that are inside the castle that are going to make it easier for you guys to kind of get in. And the lizard folk numbers almost equal the might of the forces that you would be facing when you assault this castle. So having about a third of them inside and the remainder outside is going to make the majority of the fighting easy. A lot of what Snapjaw has asked of you kind of during that time is to just be on the lookout and be mindful of the leaders. So looking out for Barblex Spattergoo, the Bullywug chieftain, who they very much hate. Drowmore Borngrey, the half-elf commander, and then the Winged One, which you guys know to be his brother.
Alright, let's get in.
We'll say you guys roughly have about an hour before nightfall at this point, and they do plan on attacking with the cover of night because that's when people tend to be, at least here, because everyone's a little bit more comfortable. That's when their guard is going to be the most down. So you guys have about an hour. If there's anything that you wish to do, anything that you want to try, or whatever that might look like, I'll give you the opportunity to conduct yourself.
Alright. Are we around some of the lizard folk? Like, are we hanging out?
Yeah, so
with
they
some
have several reed huts,
of
and they're like these long houses. They smuggled you into the closest one to the castle, and you guys have, for the most part, have just been kind of like hiding in there, especially during the daytime, just because you guys can't really get caught. You can't afford to be seen.
I don't think I have anything I can really do or want to do right now.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, no, I think I'm good. Unless you guys have anything.
Okay. I'd like everyone. Do you have something you want to do? No. Okay. I'd like everyone to go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me. If you guys aren't having anything that you do to kind of keep yourself busy, then it would be reasonable that you're spending the time kind of in anticipation of tonight's events. This may be, as far as your characters might know, to be potentially the most dangerous circumstance that you've thrown yourself into. What happened at home in Greenest was not by your doing, and you survived, and it was stressful, and it was dangerous, and you relied on each other. But this is the first time that you are throwing yourself directly at the enemy. And this is the point where you also realize that there really is no turning back after this. Once you strike the Cult of the Dragon, and you make it known that you're out to get them, they will know. And any survivors will be sure of it. So it would be reasonable that you guys are kind of thinking over that. Potentially stressing, or whatever. So what are our rolls? What do we have?
8.
19.
8, 19. 11. The jitters kind of get to you too. Not enough to put you under to be frightened, but just in the general sense, tonight's events have gotten to you a little bit. You might be a little bit more cautious, or you might be full blown reckless and say, we'll see what happens, kind of deal. You're more composed, so you're ready for it. You understand the severity. You understand the dangers. You've calculated everything. You've put yourself at ease with it. You trust your friends, so you know that you guys can get through as a team. But you could also see with your passive insight that they're kind of the jitters are starting to get to them.
I'm gonna put my hand on both of their shoulders, kind of connect us all three together, and I'm gonna say, "Are you two all right? It seems you're a little nervous. I can understand that."
It's just another night, right? Nothing we haven't been through before, right?
Exactly. This is, and we have to remember why we're doing this, because innocent people's lives have been taken, and more will be, and no one for some reason has decided to step up to the plate but us. So, regardless of whatever happens, just know that we're doing the right thing, and this is what's supposed to happen.
I can subscribe to that.
Are you telling me you're not nervous at all?
Well, it's definitely a nerve-wracking event, but I have, I was raised as a holy man from an infant. We're taught quite well to stay calm and meditate and not let our emotions stretch out too far. And I've got quite the conviction against these people here. So.
And you think the lizards will help enough, right?
I'm not sure, but that's what we can hope for, and that's all we have right now. So I won't stress about it.
May our blades be stronger together.
At this point, you see Snapjaw makes his way into the hut, his bent form kind of making its way towards you. He kind of leans in and goes, "We're as ready as we're ever going to be. We'll give it some time for the frogs to be a bit rested. It's going to be advantageous for us. It'll take some time for the humans to react, the frogs to be ready. It'll be easy for the three of you to charge straight for Spattergoo and remove his head from his body. I mean, it'll be like a sitting frog. Outside of that, the fighting might be fierce, but the faster we strike, the sooner you can take Spattergoo out. Hopefully, the bullywugs will turn and flee and run, and we can throw the remainder of our warriors up against the castle. Now, with the amount we have inside, I'm not too worried about what they'll find, but it'll make it easier for you to get to Bone Grey and the Winged One. Unless you have any reservations about the Winged One. And he kind of looks at you, Lux.
We could kill him without him. It doesn't matter what happens. All right?
They have trust in you, I see.
Oh, sorry. It'll be all right, Lux. Don't worry.
Are you ready?
You let me know when to give the signal. We're as ready as we're going to be. At this point, we await your command.
Are you all ready?
I'm ready.
Already.
Good. It'll be a moment. Be patient. When the bells start to ring, and they will, that's when you must rush. At that point, the forces will have started to try and collect themselves. If the bells don't ring, I would say give it a while before you just believe that we've done our job well enough for not to cause a disturbance. But I know these humans. The bells will ring.
Can I ask a question? Do we know where Spattergoo is? Like how to get to him immediately? Because I assume that's our first.
That's a great question.
So I'm gonna pivot then. Do you know exactly where Spattergoo is gonna be?
Barblex is arrogant, but he's a worm. He doesn't have the stomach to throw himself where the fighting is fierce. You'll find him behind the remainder of his forces, probably with a small group of his best. I would say, at least, he would throw himself against the castle gates. With the castle behind him, he would presume to not have any foes against his back. He would probably be right, because the rest of our forces inside would be slaughtering humans while they sleep.
Will our forces open that gate?
Right. That'll be the first thing that they do.
And is there a way to get on the other side of the gate without going directly through Spattergoo first that you know of?
If you had wings, it might be possible. Outside of that, the castle was built to not really be scaled.
Okay.
If you had the tools, you could try.
Okay. Either one of you have climbing tools?
Nope.
No. Yeah, that's fair. Alright. Thank you.
Very well.
Well, we'll be ready.
Be mindful that the giant lizards are friendly to us, but they don't know you. Just be careful. And he kind of starts to walk his way out.
Is there a way?
You saw like some of the pens that they have where they had like giant lizards, which are kind of like mounts for them. There isn't a way with the time that you have to kind of have them naturally recognize you as friend.
Damn.
So he provided you with that tip to just be careful.
Damn.
So you guys wait, and the silence is almost deafening. Minutes feel like hours. You expect things to quite literally blow up. You're impatient for the cacophony of battle. And yet it doesn't arrive. You sit patiently, impatiently, patiently, impatiently, teetering between the edge of your sanity, knowing what's about to happen. Naturally, your impulses get better. You step outside just to see. You do see the castle gates wide open. And you see a lone human standing on the battlements where you see a bell. This human is not good. Worse for wear. You can see blood pooling down the side of his face as he grabs onto the rope and gives one pull. The bell starts to toll as it rings back and forth, maybe a few times, just enough to where at that point, almost within seconds of this bell being rung, you immediately begin to hear voices of the bullywugs, more specifically, because they're the ones that are nearby, starting to build up. The bell begins to continue to ring before you see a lizard folk, Snapjaw, kind of slither behind him and create a smile from ear to ear across his throat, throwing him over the battlements. He sees you from where he is. He looks towards the reed hut, and you can see he looks over and kind of gives you a single nod before he kind of scurries off somewhere.
Right, let's go. I'm gonna go and take off, dude.
Okay, you unsheath your greatsword and you charge forward.
Oh,
you two
shit.
kind of running behind him as the three of you kind of push yourself towards the castle. Now, the gates stand wide open, and as you kind of make your way through, there's bullywugs and lizard folk that are fighting in mass, and it is not a fair fight. These lizard folk are slaughtering these bullywugs in a way that you didn't think. The brutality that you saw in Greenest is exacerbated from what you're visually seeing here. And as you make your way through, and you're kind of pushing yourself through the combat, I need each of you guys to go ahead and make an athletics roll, or I'll let you make an athletics roll. I'll let you make an athletics roll because it would make sense. I'll let you make an acrobatics roll, and I'll let you make a spellcasting roll.
Oh.
So we'll call it your spellcasting attack bonus. Yikes.
Everyone good?
15.
15?
16.
16?
19.
19. You run your way through the kind of the chaos of the initial conflict, because where the reed huts land, you have to head into the bullywugs encampment. Because remember, they're closer to the castle than you guys are. And as you're making your way through, you run into bullywugs. It naturally happens. You watch as a few come towards you. One that's riding on top of a giant frog, which is not prepared for you to throw a firebolt immediately towards it. It enters the giant frog's mouth, and you can see the throat kind of pulsate with a bright red glow, and a puff of smoke flies out of its mouth, and it drops to the floor, kind of steaming from the inside. The bullywug on top of it kind of stumbles, but is not ready for the greatsword that kind of swings up and carves it in two. As you guys keep running, 2 more of these bullywugs kind of like react to seeing what has happened with their mounted companion. Aren't prepared for the monk to come behind them and just slam the heads together and drop them down. You guys continue to push forward, eventually reaching the castle gates themselves. You see standing in front of the castle gates, you see a bullywug who is in shamanistic robes, like a gator's head being worn as a hat. You see a mixture of flies that kind of move around it and flies that kind of swarm around his blood-stained arm. A staff that's kind of nestled tightly in his hand. And he has around him, he's got 5 additional bullywugs, all that are kind of armed with a mixture of like kind of more like tribal weapons. With that, go ahead and roll initiative.
Bugger.
What did you get?
13. I got 13.
You got 13?
That 19.
19. Give me just a second while I get the cards here.
Damn, Katray. You guys really whipped that initiative roll.
Okay, we'll do 25 to 20.
Good trick.
Great. Okay, 20 to 15. You said 19?
Yeah.
13.
13.
Oh,
5. Okay.
easy.
No problem.
Easy.
Sometimes you suck. It is what it is. I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
Okay, hold on real quick here while I...
Traded. You need to weight your dice or something. Come on. Get ahead of the curve.
Actually gonna go... Yeah,
Everyone has weighted dice, dude.
Okay, so Arboris, you're up first. So you see Barblex, Spattergoo, who is kind of standing behind these 5 different bullywugs. You can see he's got studded leather armor underneath these kind of shamanistic robes. What you can see as well is the bullywugs that surround him each have hide armor. They each carry a shield in one arm that's kind of like a mixture of planks kind of put together, and a spear in the other. You're the first one that's up, so what would you like to do?
I'm gonna run directly for the leader.
Leader? Okay. I would say that in the process of that, you would probably take 1 attack of opportunity from one of the bullywugs. Would that be okay?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead. He's going to make an attack roll with the spear. He rolls an 18, which misses.
Yep.
Misses your armor class. So, as you run towards this bullywug, you see the spear come immediately at you. Like a game of limbo, you drop to the ground and slide underneath it, propelling yourself up. You have momentum. What are you doing with it?
I'm going to first go in for a... Can I use a flurry of blows?
If you use the attack action, you may.
I will.
Okay, so use the attack action?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have 2 attacks. Go ahead and make both those attacks.
And then I'm going to swing with my sword, or my rapier.
For the 2 of them?
For my extra attack.
So 1 unarmed, and then 1 with the rapier. Got it. Let's do the rapier first.
Okay. That was not it.
Good roll.
10.
10? Okay, that one does miss. Go ahead and roll the unarmed strike.
I don't like your rolling trick. See? That one hits. That was a unnatural 20.
A natural 20 hits. Go ahead and roll the 2 for the flurry of blows.
It's a d6 now, right? At level 5.
Correct. Yep. Your unarmed strike is a d6. But if you want to roll the attack rolls for your flurry of blows first, and then we'll get to the damage in a minute. Or in a second, I guess.
22.
22 hits. So we got 2 that find purchase. Go ahead and make the next one.
Boof. Boof. Boof.
Boom. 3. And... so 8 plus 8, right? Because 5 plus my proficiency.
Correct.
So 16.
16? Okay, so that also hits.
Boof.
Okay, so you got 3 attacks that hit. So go ahead and roll the damage for those 3.
Okay.
And then hack on your own deck.
Wait. Wait, I just rolled the damage. My damage was 6.
Oh, you still had 1 extra attack.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
Wait. But I used the rapier, and then I just did 2 punches.
yeah, but you have 2 attacks
Was
on,
that?
on your attack action. So your first attack missed, your second attack hit, and then you have 2 flurry blows. So your third attack hit. Then you have a 4th attack.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
sorry.
so we gotta roll the
I
4th attack, and then we'll get to the damage.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Nope, no worries, you're good.
That's a 23.
That also
Or-
hits. So yeah, so the 3 attacks hits. So your first one you said you rolled a 3, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
first one.
so then it would be plus your dexterity, so that would put you at 8 on the first roll for damage. Go ahead and roll damage on the next 2. And now I'm following along.
Okay. A 4.
A 4, so we got 9 on the second one,
And another 4.
and then another 4, so another 9. Okay, so as you pull yourself up, you immediately unsheath your rapier and thrust it forward, hoping to stab. You can see he catches it with his staff and pushes it up, and you take that moment to just throttle as you take your left hand and just start punching it into his abdomen. Punch after punch after punch. You feel bones shatter at the impact. You've dealt significant damage to his abdomen, and as that happens, you see blood kind of spits forward onto your arm as you kind of have just gone straight into this bullywug. That's going to be your turn. So let's go ahead and go to Hakon. Sorry,
I'm
last.
going to, as I'm running, I'm just going
Yeah.
to rage, and I'm going to start
Okay.
shouting at the top of my lungs.
You watch,
just,
you
"Ah!"
watch
and I
as
want-
all of his spirit guardians begin to kind of protrude
Yeah.
themselves from him. So as he's running, like with each step, one jumps out and catches in step with him. They're all running with like the same beat. It's just kind of like boom, boom, boom before you make it up to the group. What do you do?
Can I attack the very first one I come up to?
Absolutely.
And
Make
I'm
an attack roll.
going to attack him, and then I'm going to use my extra attack. My first attack, because I want to tackle him to the ground, or can you push people prone?
You can grapple people with one of your actions. It doesn't technically put people prone because there are abilities that allow you to make people
So you
prone.
can't do that.
Yeah, it wouldn't.
Damn it.
Like, but here's the thing though. Like, I don't understand like why you. I would say it would maybe take your full action, but if you're trying to use your attacks, then I would have to cut them up to grapples only. But like your full action would have to be used to just tackle him. So I mean, I guess it's what you would rather do.
Okay, no.
I
so
would say
I'm,
that that's fair.
I'm going to then just attack the first one that I come up to,
Because
and I am going
Your
to.
giant body, like, just I can't get behind saying no. You can't tackle this frog to the ground. Okay, so you attack roll. Is
yeah.
it reckless or no?
Nah, just regular. attack.
Regular. Go for it.
Yo. Damn it, that's going to be a nat 1 on the first attack. But that second attack is going to be a 15.
15 just hits.
Hey.
So go ahead and roll damage.
He doesn't hit any of us with this nat 1.
Hey. It's going to be 5.
No.
Plus 6 is 11.
I'll get to the nat
plus
1 in a second.
3 is 14. But then I also add rage damage, and I add. That's it, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's going to be 14 points
14.
of damage.
So as you go and swing down towards the first one, he's reactive and he brings his shield up. The planks of wood stop your blade, and it confuses you. Just the sheer force that you drop into this swing and it's stopped by this puny little frog. You let go of the handle of the sword for just a second and stare at him in confusion, and the anger begins to boil. Because the blade is stuck in his shield, you just grab the handle and thrust it straight into his face. It carves his body in two
Oh my.
before you dislodge it from the
Hey,
shield.
hey, good night.
You dislodge
sir.
it from the shield and kind of pull the plank shield off of it. That's your full action and your bonus action and movement, so that's your turn. We're going to go ahead and go to Barblex. He's up next. Let's see here. He is, as an action, he's going to go ahead, or as a bonus action, he's going to go ahead and cast Healing Word on himself at 3rd level. And let's see what we got here. So Healing Word. Got Wisdom. Okay, so +3. We got 7, 8, so he heals himself for 11 points of damage.
Bro. Yo, counterspell that dude.
I had to take the big
Oh my gosh. Dude.
And he
Oh
does
my
that all in
gosh.
Bullywug, so he's kind of like a lot of like croaking and groaning as he kind of pulls up this
Ew.
blood-stained hand, and he kind of clenches his fist a little bit. You watch as like blood begins to kind of materialize, and it begins to seep onto him and kind of close up some of his wounds. He is then going to use his action to attack twice at you. Both of those are going to be, or actually no, his multi-attacks, one with his bite and one with his spear.
Huh.
So his first attack is going to be with his spear.
You're trying to give me a sickness.
You have attacked with your weapon, so your armor class right now is a 21. The first attack to hit is going to be a 24.
It happens.
And the second one is a 23.
This guy should have gone to the casino, dude.
Okay.
You guys should have focused it.
Okay, so the spear,
We
he
could've
does
killed him.
he does have poison strike. And so on this round, he's going to use his poison strike when he hits you with the spear to deal an extra 2d8 poison damage on top of the spear. So the spear attack alone is going to deal.
That's that ray of sickness karma, dude.
I've gotten so much karma
What
for
the-
that, man.
I got to put the repeat on.
You like
I
this
love it.
music, Contrary?
Let's do it. Hey, it's all cool. So you take 15 points of poison damage. And from the spear alone, you're going to go ahead and take 3 points of piercing damage. On the bite, you take 6 points of piercing damage. And that's his turn. The Bullywugs go next. They are going to surround you.
Me?
Yes.
Nah, hell nah.
Oh, no. They're going to surround you.
Step!
And you're going to get a total of 4
Wait.
attacks.
How much damage in total did I take?
It was 15 plus 6. Or no, 15 plus 3. So that was 18 on the first one, and then 6. So you took 24 points of damage total.
Alright.
You're going to get 4 attacks at you. They are at advantage because they are flanking you.
No, please. No, please. No, please.
Hey, just so you know,
Akon's a nice guy.
Akon's a nice guy. Right. So let's see here. They're going to attack each of you. So let's see. The first one goes ahead and makes his attacks. That's going to be
Don't do it.
a 12 to hit.
No.
No.
No, please.
Another 12 to hit.
Please, I
So the
beg
first
you.
one completely misses. Second one is a
I will pray
15
to
to
I will
hit.
pray to Torm if these do not all hit me. That is a no, sir.
15
Deal,
doesn't hit.
deal or no deal, and that's a no deal.
What's your armor class?
16.
I have it written here as 15. What did I miss?
I leveled up the ability score increase from the last level we got or whatever.
Which
One
one
of-
did you bump up?
It was either Constitution or something.
Okay, what's your dex at?
My dex is 16.
16? It was your dex.
Yeah,
Because I have it written as 14.
Yeah.
Okay, hey, perfect. It
Hell
misses.
yeah.
That's cool.
I will take
Next one is going to hit because he rolls a 16.
it.
So second one hits on that one because they're all wielding one-handed. You take 6 points of damage. You have to 3. The second one goes in. 2 natural ones. You break his spear.
what?
You know he can't make a second attack against you. Or actually, no, his second attack's bite, so he
No.
can't make it against you.
No.
But you break his spear and his shield
I'll take
with that.
And
So
Take that.
yeah, so I rolled 2 natural ones on an advantage. So that totally
Well,
happened. So
well,
his AC's lower.
Dude, we needed
Next
that on
one's
the
at
boss fight.
15. Next one's at 15.
Ooh.
Misses you. We have a 23.
Oh, that hits.
Or no, sorry, 21. Still hits, but different. 5 that you have to 3. And then last one is 14. So you missed. As these bullywugs are kind of, so they surround you, and you take a second to kind of look around, and you
Have
watch
them
as they
winded.
all start to encroach. As they all begin to start stabbing and lunging at you, your spirit guardians come to your defense and are quickly deflecting the ones that miss. The one that
I got
natural ones is
badly.
the one that you catch immediately. You grab both his spear
Yeah.
and his shield. You rip it
Yeah.
off his arm. You shatter the spear. He goes and bites you right after. A lot
Ow.
has happened, but that's their turn. Lux, you're up. Arboris, you're on deck.
Yeah, I'm going to cast.
Help.
Oh,
Help.
that's an action, not a spell. What are you gonna cast?
I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Spiritual weapon. Okay. The massive platinum sword kind of sits itself.
Dude, let me use it, please.
We've
Oh,
been
not
over
like
this
I just took
unfortunately, we
more
did.
than.
Who do you
80%
put it
of
near?
You take it. Huh?
Who's the spiritual weapon close to?
I'm gonna put it next to, I guess, a Boris.
Or Boris? Okay, so go ahead and with your bonus action, make the attack against Spattergoo, and then you can let me know what your action is.
Yeah, the hit. That's big
11
number.
damage.
That's 23.
Hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Right now it should be 1d8 because you're level 2.
Do 11,
Or second level spell.
and it'll be okay.
Yeah, 1d8 plus your your charisma. Sorry. Plus your charisma.
Oh.
7.
7?
You couldn't have rolled
Cool.
a little higher.
So the sword appears behind Barblex, and it kind of arcs upwards, kind of cutting you across the back. You still have an action. If you're going to cast a spell, it can only be a cantrip.
Freezing ray.
You do a firebolt, which does now deal 2d10 damage.
Good job.
You hear that, Katrina?
It's either that or dodge, actually.
Dodge.
Just in case. You know?
Who the fuck is hitting you?
Well, next round.
Well, that's right, because
You
you're all going down.
gotta conserve the
He's
HP,
thinking,
bro.
he's thinking not like a healer. He's like, well, you guys are all going down anyway, so I mean,
He
you know,
is.
like
He's got
eventually
he's got the stat sheets, bro. The spreadsheet.
he's got the abacus out, just going, yeah, there's no way. I don't see it happening.
All fireballs.
Okay, who are you firebolting?
The
me.
You
Better
don't need
do.
help. Those guys are
Better do.
one.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Bastard.
That's cocked.
No, it's not. Hang on. We'll do a good old Ethan. What do I do here? I just.
It moved down. It was
Yeah,
cocked.
it was cocked.
It was cocked.
It was cocked, dude. Sorry, man. I tried.
Rip my 19.
Aw,
You
dude, you
suck.
lost 9 points on that roll, man.
You suck.
It's an 18.
I don't care.
18 to hit.
Still a bad roll.
Yes.
That hits. Go ahead and roll 2d10 fire
Bad
damage.
roll. Bad roll. Dude,
Whoa.
don't roll 2d10. Just roll 1d20.
No,
Oh.
not how that works.
Save time, dude.
That is 10 plus charisma, right? Or
No.
no, I don't have anything.
No.
It's 10.
10. Cool. So as the blade cuts across his back, you immediately, after you conjure up with your wand the spiritual weapon, you immediately hurl a firebolt. As he's distracted, it kind of scorches across his chest. That's your turn. So Arboris, you're up. Hack on deck.
Alright. I'm gonna punch him. And then I'm gonna slash him.
Okay.
Or poke him.
Okay. Go ahead and make your 2 attacks.
My first one is a natural 20.
Okay,
Can you try to
so-
look at it?
Yeah, we'll use that as your rapier. So go ahead and make your next attack.
Looks like a 2.
Bastard. You said that's the rapier?
Yeah, we'll say it. You should try to specify, but I'll do you the favor. No harm in taking that nat 20 away.
That didn't hurt.
What's the next one?
That was a fucking sorry, 14.
14. Just misses.
Fuck.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll your damage with your crit. So got your rapier, 2d8
Nice.
plus your dex.
What are you doing?
Marking my spells.
Mark it down how much it's going to take before you
8.
die.
That doesn't make sense.
8. Okay. We take those.
I don't get it.
And a 1.
And a 1. We still take those.
Plus
So
5.
9 plus 5, so 14.
Yeah. Does he die?
It's not.
Big stick, little
He's starting to
stick.
look a little weak.
A little.
Is the pen mightier
I'm
than the
at 9
sword?
HP and Chris, I love you spiritual weapon.
Yeah, he's starting to look a little weak.
God damn.
But now I gotta bonus
Do
action.
that real quick.
I hope,
So,
I hope I die.
with
First
that,
turn, okay.
is there anything else that you want to do on your turn?
Cry. Wait,
That's a free action.
I will.
You can do that. You can cry. Tears stream down your face
I'm gonna roll.
heroically
I'm gonna roll this
as you
one.
face down potential death.
I'm going to disengage and stand behind Katray.
Bonus. Okay, so with your step of the wind,
Yeah.
Whoa.
okay, mark off your key points, and then you'll disengage. You'll move around and behind Katray.
It's directly behind Katray.
You got it.
I am surrounded, right?
We're gonna get
You are surrounded.
I-
With 4 on you.
Can I attack 2 of them to carve a path that I could use my movement to get out of
You
the
definitely
surrounding
can,
without
absolutely.
without taking an attack of
No,
opportunity?
not a thing.
Damn
That
it.
is not.
All
a
right,
thing.
all right. Well, know what? I'm still gonna take 2 attacks.
I would say the only way that would make sense is if they were kind of
like if I
freelancing.
attack 2 that are right next to each other.
No. So what I'm saying was like they have you completely encircled. So like you can carve 2 out and run away. Like, these 2 will still get you. But if they were phalanx, so like the 4 of them are together, and these 2 had like ranged weapons, like with reach, then that absolutely would have been great.
I see.
Actually, no, because with the reach they have an extended reach on it. There's no way out of this. Just
I see.
just
I
go.
see. Well, you know what? So I'm just gonna attack 2 separate ones, and I'm gonna make both of the attacks reckless.
Reckless. Let's go.
So let's
Let's
go
do
ahead
it.
and make the first attack. Actually, wait. Before I do that, do I want to use my bonus action for anything? I don't think I want to.
Okay.
I don't have a bonus action. The first one is going to be a 21 to hit.
That hits.
And do you want me to do damage or roll
No,
the second?
roll the next one. Yeah, we'll roll the attacks first.
And the second one is gonna be a 22 to hit.
Okay, both hit.
Yo.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your damage.
Hey, give me your D6, baby. Thanks, man. The first one's going to be, 6 plus 5 is 11. What else do I add to damage rolls? It's just rage damage and my strength, right? So 11 plus 4 is 15 points of damage on the first attack.
Okay, and on the second?
And the second attack is going to be 6 plus 2 is 8, plus 3 is 11, plus 4 is 15 points on the second attack.
Okay, so you swing a single horizontal swipe that goes from your right side as it arcs out. You cut clean through the first from maybe like the top of the torso, just clean through. Your spirit guardian of the hunter is kind of in the midst of these 2 because that's where she was kind of deflecting to assist you. She like jumps over the blade almost in slow motion. You just watch as it swings through, cuts through the next one when she lands, and you all immediately can turn your focus towards the 2 that are in front of you, or you can back up, or you can move. You now have kind of some freedom to move around, but not without provoking the attack of like you can still provoke
That's
it,
what
but
I'm
you
saying.
can still move.
Well, here's the thing: is because next round they're gonna have advantage anyways.
Correct.
So
That was a very smart move.
what I'll do is I will move in front of Katray.
Okay, so they would
Actually, you know what? No. I'm gonna bum rush Splattergoo, and I'm gonna get face to face with Splattergoo.
Okay, yeah, they'll make their attacks of opportunity real quick. There's a 22 and an unnatural 20.
He's gonna fuck you up.
He only takes half damage. So the first one is 6, you have to 3. Next one's 4, you have to 2.
That's
Take
5
5 total.
points.
Splattergoo's gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, and Spattergoo is now, since you're directly in front of him, he is going to go ahead and use his bonus action.
Can I use my bonus action to spit in his face?
Sure.
Damn.
He lives in a swamp.
That's fine.
Doesn't really.
That's fine.
So as a bonus action, he's going to go ahead and heal word.
Oh man,
He's going to do it again at level 3.
he's healing himself.
Yeah, he's healing himself.
Ah, no fair, dude. No fair.
Yeah, he's going to heal himself. We
Dude, I
got
can't do that yet. What the
8,
hell?
10 plus 3, so he's got 13 points of health back.
Hey! He's taxing, dude. He's taxing.
And then he's going to make his 2 attacks against you.
Uh,
They are at advantage because you've been attacking recklessly.
Come on, dude.
You're gonna get hit.
The first one is an unnatural
Dude,
20.
he's gotta be scared or something, bro. Please.
First one is an unnatural 20. That's with the spear. Second one's the bite, and that is a 22.
Disadvantage because he's.
No. So on the
Man.
bite, you take
His
4
mom didn't
you
like
take 4 points of piercing damage that you have to 2. That's on the bite. On the spear, you're going to take some poison damage because he has another poison strike he can add. So the damage you can have is going to be 5 that you have down to 3 on the spear.
Okay.
And then the poison damage, you're going to take a total of 9.
That sucks, dude.
And that's going to be his turn. So we move towards the Bullywugs, who want absolutely nothing to do with you. They're going to go to you. Because he said he was standing directly behind you. So they're going to go to you. You're going to get 2 attacks against you. That's a natural 1 and a 12.
Oh man,
Both miss.
you tricky bastard.
You catch one of the spears and it kind of breaks under the momentum. You didn't even think that it was like possible. Like it catches you off guard, and as you kind of like turn and look at it in confusion, the other spear kind of cuts like right in front of you. You're like, so that's gonna go ahead and be their turn. So Lux, you're up.
Alright, I'm going to...
Help!
You don't need help.
Help! What do you mean I'm fine,
What do you have,
dude?
like 90
You
health?
just poisoned me.
I have 9 HP.
I'm going to. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at level 2
Okay.
on Boris.
Okay. Go ahead and roll 2d8 plus your charisma. And that would be your action.
Give me lots of help.
Okay. That's 17 health.
17.
Nice.
And I'm gonna use my bonus action to spiritual weapon attack, I guess.
Spiritual weapon to attack. With your bonus action. Go for it. Make the attack roll.
That's 21.
The hits. Go ahead and roll damage. 1d8 plus charisma.
80 damage. 50.
10.
10. Okay. And that's going to be your turn. So I'll Boris, you're next.
Alrighty, let's go, baby. I'm going to re-engage with this leader. Fuck.
Okay, so you move around. Okay.
Yeah, and then I'm going to punch him and then slash him.
Go for it. It's a stab. Your rapier's a
Sorry,
piercing.
I meant sorry.
You're gonna stab.
I meant.
No worries. No worries.
I meant a poke.
Ooh, good
That's
poke,
a
good poke.
17
That
plus
hits.
8.
That hits.
And good poke. Oh, is it high enough? Is it high enough?
No. Wait. No, it's not. That's a 14.
It's a 14.
Yeah, so the rapier hits, but the punch does not.
Go ahead and roll damage.
The Mahe.
D8 plus your dex.
Yeah. Let me. That works. I got a 10.
A 10.
Yeah.
All right. You run around and use a little bit of momentum to kind of slide up next to him, trying to kind of punch as you move through, which he does swat out of the way with his staff. And that gives you just ample room to go ahead and you use your rapier, you stab into it. It kind of catches right in the top of the back of the thigh. It angles down, it kind of drops him just a bit. He's starting to look pretty ragged. That's going to go ahead and be your turn. Hakon, you're up.
Oh, this fool is done, bro. I'm gonna recklessly attack his booty cheeks. Where's my D20? And I'm gonna attack him twice.
All right.
Mess him up,
The
baby.
first one's going to be a 24,
That hits.
and the second one is gonna be the second one's gonna be a 12, 10.
12. A 10?
No, 12.
12? That misses.
Yeah. So that is gonna be. Don't tell me how to live my life, Tanya. Oh man, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Okay, that's gonna be 6 plus 3 is 9 plus 4 is 13 for the first one, and that's it. 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage.
And I
You
don't
lop off.
want to use my bonus action.
You lop off
Oh,
his
he's done?
bloody, soaked arm with this swing. Just carves it straight at the shoulder. And he
Submit.
kind of howls out in pain as he drops his spear and
Submit.
holds on to the other one. He's on his last breath. He's not going to submit.
Damn it.
That is going to be your turn.
Can I use my bonus action or not use my bonus? Can I just use my movement to rotate around behind him? I want to get like on his blind side, basically, from where Boris is. I don't want to step outside.
Like,
I don't
Yeah,
want to
that's
step
fine.
outside of his range.
That's cool.
I just want to step.
Yeah, no worries.
blind side.
It's now Spattergoose turn.
Hey.
He is going to go ahead and cast Thunder Wave
Oh no.
using his final 3rd level spell slot. And that's going to
Get
affect
ready
the
to-
2 of you.
Yeah, get ready, dude.
Next
Here comes a saving throw.
I'm fine.
It's going to be a Constitution saving throw.
Why are you saying yes? You're fine. You're not even there.
Yeah, you don't have to make it, dude.
Yeah.
It's only,
I
the,
thought
it's
you were
only,
still behind me.
no, it's only the 2 of us. Yeah, no, we're fighting Splatter Goo. Oh, that's what I'm talking about, baby.
15. I hope I will survive. You look like an X.
Yeah, you said you rolled a 15, correct? You save
25.
25. Okay, you both save. And you are going to take a total of 4d8 of thunder damage.
Whoa!
What the?
That sucks, dude.
You're not supposed to kill 3 motherfuckers.
Hey, we're gonna need heals, bro. Like on the quick.
But since you succeeded, you do half it. So let's see, 7,
Sure, you haven't
12.
even hit my max health.
So it's 18 points of thunder damage total that you have to 9, and neither one of you are pushed away from him.
God damn.
And as he casts Thunder Wave, the area around him booms with a thunderous smite. You hear the echo as it kind of like, and you can hear it kind of boom.
This looks cool. That looks cool.
As it
Though,
kind
'cause
of-
we didn't
as
get
it
pushed
arcs
back, bro.
outwards.
We're some
The
martial
sound kind of-
motherfuckers.
And you both, as it happens, because he takes a single arm.
Can I
kind of
hold my
throws
sword
it
in
into
front
the
of my
ground.
face?
Yeah,
while
you
it does
put
it?
the sword
hell yeah.
into the ground and kind of put yourself into it.
Hell
You
yeah.
just take the opportunity to just immediately like kind of jump over the wave. Still taking some of the sonic damage as it still kind of pushes you a smidge, but not enough to actually be pushed back.
Yeah.
That's going to be his turn. The other 2 bullywugs are up. Lux, they are going for you,
Hey,
which is an
Dodge.
11 and a 5. So
Dodge,
that's another dodge.
it's a good dodge.
So one tries to bite you and you grab because he doesn't have a spear. You kind of grab him around the throat, and as that happens, you're able to see the spear coming and kind of hold onto that too, and then throw both of them off. That's going to go ahead and be their turn. Lux, you're up.
I'm gonna cast Bless.
Okay.
Boris, back on and myself.
Okay, so all blessed. You guys have a D4 that you can add to attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws. How long does it last?
Actually, I'm going to. What's it called? Double the time with my
With extended?
extended. Yeah.
Okay. So how long is it going to last?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. So for the next 2
12
minutes, you're
rounds,
blessed.
right? That's a lot of rounds.
No, so 1 minute is technically 10 rounds. So it'd be about 20 rounds.
That's a lot of rounds.
20 rounds of combat.
It's a lot of rounds, dude. Hell yeah.
Gotta be careful.
We better stay in combat for a while.
And then spiritual weapon.
Okay, make the attack roll.
20 rounds of both.
that's
Oh gosh.
17.
Oh gosh, dude.
17. That hits. Real quick, before you roll that, how would you like to do it?
Oh.
Shoot. I want my platinum sword.
Dude, let me grab it.
Or I want to use my wand like fucking real steel and just use my wand like I'm moving it and then slash him like.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so you use the wand in order to kind of guide the spiritual weapon, and it
That's
cuts through from shoulder to hip. The 2 bullywugs that are standing near you, watching this happen and turning towards their commander, watching him fall. The one that has the spear drops it. They both disperse. They leave. As Spattergoo drops to the ground dead, you start to look over the horizon of the camp that sits outside the castle walls, and start seeing at this point the lizard folk have gained a massive upper hand on the bullywugs. Those that aren't dead or dying are running for their lives.
Oof.
It is an absolute massacre. The mirror is stained red with their blood.
Wow. Good job, lizard folk.
You get just a brief moment as
Dude, you
as
see
you guys
me?
kind
I'm
of all
kind of
come
like this
together.
with my sword. I'm like, what? How did...
and you look into the castle gates and you see the result of fighting further on. You see bodies, both lizard folk and human, lying across the grounds. There's no kind of like courtyard. This castle's small, it's more of a keep. But you see where the hallway opens up, and you know where you must head into next. What do you guys do?
Go into the hallway.
Wait. Do we have any more health potions?
I have some.
Could I have just one before we step through this door? We might not have another moment of time like this.
Yeah. Here you are.
Thank you. And I'm gonna drink a health potion. How much HP is it?
Wait, no. Don't. Are you just gonna drink it like that?
Well, yeah, it just restores your HP, right?
Yeah, I guess. But I figured we could save it for like reviving someone. Not bringing someone back from the dead, but like if
So
someone
this
goes
would be a
down-
great question to ask each other. Hey, what does your health look like? What are you
Yeah.
sitting at?
Well, that's so I'm. You notice that as I get up to here, I'm gonna say,
No, you can legit ask each other. What do your health look like? I'm cool with that. If you gotta be like, hey, what does everyone's health look like? I'm at 2 out of 40. You know, oh crap. You know, it's like I don't know. Whatever you guys, you can ask that because it'd be a lot easier to
healing.
that.
Healing. I think that we should take a moment to heal and re-prepare everything before we go through the door.
But out of game, what is your HP?
I'm at 33 right now.
Contray.
I'm at max health, which is 28.
Okay, I'm at 17.
So you definitely should drink some potions and get healing if you can.
I would rather
He's
just.
also got 21 AC.
I would rather
Yeah,
just
but-
use
Last game.
use a spell if we can, and hold on.
You want to eat my spell slot?
How many potions do we have? 3?
2,
We have 2.
but they're 75 gold. Like they're not. Like I don't want to just use them just to use them. Like I want to. Like he's the only one that can bring anyone back to life. So if he goes down, we have no ability to bring anyone else up.
Is drinking a potion a bonus action or an action?
I call it a bonus action.
It's a bonus
Yeah,
action.
normally it's an action.
Okay.
So they kind of. We could screw ourselves if Contray gets picked off.
I say you drink the healing potion and I'll heal you.
And then you hold on to the last potion.
All right.
All right, go ahead and roll health for whatever. How are you healing him? I know, hard question. Toughest I've ever asked.
It's either my last second spell slot or my first one.
I would
I'll
say
do a first level spell.
Okay, and then you're gonna use a health potion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 2d4 for you plus 2.
Okay.
And then you got a d8 plus your charisma.
Come on, give me a fucking 8.
Contray, you're probably gonna have to do. a
Wait,
lot of
2d4
healing.
for the potion, right?
Yeah, it's
He's
2d4
always
plus 10.
reckless, so
Bro.
that it makes his character is always going to be getting hit. Because, yeah, but I don't like we need sustain.
So put that back.
15.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So, you guys do a quick recovery, and, for lack of a better term, charge into the castle. As you run through the gates, you kind of push your way through the initial barbican and make your way down this long, 180-foot causeway, this hallway where you see bodies littered and dead. As you run in, it kind of opens up to the outer ward and the inner ward where you kind of are seeing bits of combat kind of happening. In this current kind of expanse, you get the impression that the humans are that they're retreating, they're moving somewhere. The lizard folk are definitely encroaching upon them. As you guys have made your way this far, you start to notice more lizard folk rushing in behind you and running into the fight. You get an idea that you guys don't have to throw yourselves at these smaller skirmishes, but you do know that they're retreating somewhere, and there's several people in this castle that you don't know if they're alive or dead, which is Borngray, Resmir, and your brother. So what do you guys want to do?
Are there different directions for
There
us to
are
go
several
right now?
different directions. There's a lot of space you guys can go. It just depends on kind of how you want to start initially moving or what you're looking for, and I can describe how that might be best for you.
As we stop, I'm going to say your brother is probably the most important person to find, so wherever you think he might be, we should go.
What does the room we're in look like?
Right now, it's going to be kind of a, from what you can see, I would say at best it's kind of like the ground floor is like open room. There's doors kind of everywhere. They surround you in all corners that lead to what could potentially be smaller rooms. The castle has verticality to it. It's not really wide. It's vertical. So whether there's higher floors or potentially even something beneath the ground, that's going to kind of lead up to how you guys are able to explore.
We could go up.
What-
and look down.
What doors are people coming through?
Like I I said,
A lot
you
of
got
the
the
doors are
brothers'
wide open.
intuition.
There really isn't, like, you can see, like,
Bring it
one
on, so it
door-ish
could be
that looks like it's closed, but has, like, arrows in it. Like, for the most part, doors are open, and lizard folk are running through them. Humans are running into them to kind of retreat.
Can I
As
grab
best
it?
you can see, people are moving. The movement is going northward. You guys are on the south side of the castle.
I will head northward.
We want to keep going north then.
Okay. You guys kind of push your way forward, kind of making your way through. Go ahead and do another round of that initial check, so the athletics, acrobatics, and spellcasting.
18.
18?
14.
14?
Got an 11.
An 11. As you run through and make your way down towards where you see kind of like a smaller bulk of the human cultists running towards, one of the doors swings wide open right in front of you, Hakon, and it just in your anger, you just throw yourself right into it and push the door off its hinges, dropping it down to the person that swung it open in the first place.
Oh
It
no.
lands with a crunch, which gives our boars just enough room to kind of jump across your back and run up, and seeing the person that's immediately in front of you go straight through with his rapier and kind of stab him and drops him onto the ground. Seeing as that happens, he kind of rolls his way forward with just a little bit of momentum, and tries to stab upwards at the next guy, but sees him already on fire, turns around and sees kind of like the smoking wand of Lux as he sits there after sending a firebolt his way. As you can see past them, there is a door which does have a staircase. The staircase descends.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Who's going first? Who's going first? Am I
I'll
going
go
first?
Fucking first. I don't give a fuck.
I'll follow Gabe.
Follow?
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
So, Boris, you head down. As you head into the dungeons, you start to realize that the ground doesn't remain solid stone. It kind of feels like a natural cavern. You hear fighting that's happening a little bit further on, and as you make your way down, the three of you reach a small area where there's a small group of lizard folk that are kind of huddled. They're beaten, they're bloody, they're kind of recovering from a skirmish. You see Snapjaw's with them in estimating damages, and he sees you guys as you approach, and kind of looks towards you and goes, "The humans took the wicked one. They're further in the cave. They're not going to have a lot farther to go. I'm always here. Too bad to have. We throw ourselves out and we'll all die.
Gotcha.
We'll wait here. We'll try to get as many as we can that are fighting capable. We'll throw them your way to run in behind you. There's not that much left standing. Or they don't have anywhere to run.
Let's go finish what we started then, fellas. Let's do it.
You make your way into the cave, and you open your what you see as you kind of run through is the cave begins to kind of open up. It gets larger and larger. For those of you with dark vision, which is everyone I think but you, the surrounding area of the cave starts to make sense. You're in a massive underground lake.
Guys.
And it kind of and the actual landmass descends, and the water is vastly beneath you. And there's a single kind of like stone ramp that just makes its way down until it reaches water level. At the base of this ramp, there is a platform, which is well lit, which you can see quite clearly. Amidst this, there's a stone arch that nests above an altar. It is glowing. Magical energies are swirling around it, within it. This bright blue, almost cosmic flare. There are several people down there that you can see. And as you guys run your way to the base of the steps, I need you guys to go ahead and flip this map over for me.
Oh no.
The little map. The little map specifically.
Shoot, let me move all this stuff out the way, dude. I didn't
We'll get
even
some-
know.
we'll get some character
I
menus
did
here.
not even know.
Come on, you really think I was gonna do today without
shoot.
throwing you guys on the map?
Here we go, fellas.
Okay.
Here we go.
So let's go ahead and put you guys kind of here.
Dang, man. Heck yeah.
As you make your way to the staircase, put you guys about there. Go ahead, get some people on this map real quick.
Refilling water while you set up the board really quick.
Sure.
You know, I'm also gonna hit the boys.
I hope this makes you nice and happy.
What? Who the? Oh shoot!
Oh my god.
Oh, that kid's good. Oh, my bad, dude.
Okay, so you put enough of them out, dude.
Huh?
That's enough people.
That is.
Yeah, okay.
That's not what I'm grabbing.
I was gonna say, we don't need.
I'm not grabbing more people.
No more people, please. Please
Yeah,
feel free. Walk around. Oh man, dude. Oh man. Hey, we need more people back here.
No. No. Not how that works.
Aren't
Once
they-
folks did all the fighting for you, you'll
Alright,
survive.
we'll stay right there at the bottom until reinforcements show up.
You'll live.
That's our goal. Wait for reinforcements.
Wait for reinforcements, trying to survive.
That's the only objective right now.
Hey, I guess you gotta do what you gotta do.
Dude, this is a. What's his name?
That is, so that character miniature is considered an Abishai. It is a devil from the first layer of the Nine Hells, specifically in service to Tiamat. I do not have a miniature for Lux's brother, so
No,
I
no.
decided that would best
No,
represent it.
I was gonna say this is Romandracore, but
No, Ramondracore was a chain demon or a chain devil.
do you have a mini for?
I do not have a chain devil. I have a few
How big
devils. I
would
don't have a
he
chain
be?
devil.
Would a chain devil be about as big as this though?
Probably, yeah, I would say. Just they're wrapped in iron chains and they had the hooks on the end, and yeah, he was cool.
Scary
I
fellow.
loved it. Yeah,
Scary
what he's talking
fellow.
about, guys, is when we were playing Curse of Strahd, I killed off one of the characters and turned his body into a chain devil, which then hunted them down the next session. It was great. Because
Terrifying.
that's what I believe Strahd would do.
Ramondo.
Ramondracore, yeah.
Rip.
Rip Ramondo. Okay.
Don't do Ramondo like that.
No, we were saying Ramondo was cool, dude.
He didn't deserve to die.
As you make your way up the stairs, you see 4 human bodies prostrate before this altar. Their backs turned to you, all in some stance of supplication. At the top of it, you see a half-elven warrior, a long, kind of gilded sword in his right hand. You can see he has a scaled appearance to his studded leather armor. And a shield that looks like a dragon's, almost like a large dragon scale that sits against his left arm. He looks down. You can see the patch that covers his right eye kind of squints a little, as you can see his focus beams down to you. At the top of the stairwell, your brother turns in the midst of the swirling vortex of cosmic energy. He looks down at you. Brother, you made it. I'm surprised. I'm quite emphatic. I didn't think you had it in you.
I'm done with your shit. Knox.
You're so venomous, so vile. I never thought you were going to be so hateful.
His name.
And your companions, how do they feel walking around with the Ripper of Waterdeep? Do they know of the danger you caused, the people you tore limb from limb.
They know the lies that spew out of your mouth.
Ah, hey, everyone has to have a scapegoat. You've always played the perfect brother, the shining star. Unfortunately, brother, every shining star falls. You watch as the darkness that surrounds his hand begins to kind of smoke and billow. And you can see puffs of embers kind of in the midst of that, like a flame of smoke kind of forced up his arms and kind of swirl across his body at that point. His eyes begin to have a bit of a burn within the eye, like the actual pupils themselves as he stares you down. You're not the only one with gifts, brother. You see, I spent my life hiding in shadow, subjugating the people of Waterdeep to my tempers. A voice had called out, said, "You have to sit under his light anymore. You can be strong and burn brighter, but darker." Of course, why would I not take it? And as he kind of puts his arms out, his wings unfurl, and they're longer than his arms. You can't imagine. At this point, the clothes that surround his body begin to burn as they all drop, and you see completely scaled torso. Just completely black scale all the way up to the neck. You have no idea what I've been through to get here. So, brother, what's it going to be?
You took my life from me in Waterdeep, and now I will take your life.
I took your life once. You think I can't take it again?
Enough
When
talk,
I
brother.
kill you, I will rip your friends limb from limb as you die, so that you can watch helplessly. And after I'm done toying with them, I will let you suffer before throwing you into the pits of eternity, where you'll spend endless time with my queen. At that point, you can see the entire flame, like all the smoke, immediately plume downwards and arc all the way out. There are unlit braziers on this temple. Every single one, even the ones that are lit, begin to expand with this hellish flame as that happens.
Whoa.
One by one by one as it expands outwards, and you all kind of look around you. The four cultists that are on the ground in supplication all immediately rise. As you can see, Commander Borngrey goes, "Dragon Wings. This is it. We die here, or we slaughter our foes. There is no running away. Let us show them the Queen's vengeance." They all turn towards you in unison.
Roll
You guys should go ahead and roll initiative.
Here we go, fellas.
What'd you get? 13. Me too. We'll have to reroll.
No, you have higher dice.
Oh,
Okay. Give me a second while I roll some initiative here, and then we will get going.
It's stressful, dude.
I love it.
Did you roll a 20? You just
Nice.
wasted that 20 on initiative.
I
Dude.
fucking
That's not how
love
probability works, dude.
Okay, let's go ahead and sit here. I need 25 to 20.
I got 28.
You said you got 20?
28.
28. 28?
I have alert plus proficiency.
Right, I hate it. Alright, 28. You know what? I can't really say no. So, 28 is going to put you at the top. And the next up is going to be versus Dex. Nox with a 23. 20 to 15.
Katrina and I both got 13s.
Okay, Born Gray has a 20. You have the higher deck, so Ouroboros, I'm going to put you first. And then the cultists go last. They rolled a natural 1. So, Hakon, you are up first.
Is Bless still active?
Nope. It's been longer than 2 minutes.
Hakon, so I'm going to use my movement, and I'm going to go 5, 10, and go. These stairs are descending, right? So I'm stepping down onto the floor.
No, you are ascending.
Oh,
It was descending initially.
So I'm going to step right on up to just up to the top of the stairs, and then Hakon's going to spread his legs in a wide stance.
What?
And he's going to say, "You can send my regards to your queen." And then I'm going to drink that potion of prismatic dragon breath.
Oh, shit.
I also forgot about that. Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, hold on. So that gives you.
What's about to happen right now, dude?
Okay, so what is about to happen is as you drink the. Oh Jesus!
This better
So
be worth
happy
the
you
800
Okay,
gold,
so
dude.
what happens is you drink the potion, this rainbow swirl, and as it hits your throat, you feel power, and it's volatile.
Whoa,
And
I'm on
you
something
watch
devious right
you
now.
guys see as his veins begin to glow with that same like swirl of color as it goes all the way up to your palms, and instinctually you put both your hands forward. When that happens, a 60-foot cone in front of you, which I have, by the way.
What the fuck? Dude, I thought he was about to be like Polka Dot Man, dude, and like.
So go ahead and angle.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
You can hit
You
all
get
of
all
them.
Okay, that's all of them.
Yeah.
Go ahead and hand that back.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so what's gonna happen is as you point your hands forward, I will say almost
Step.
in like an unknown kind of kamehameha. This you see 8 multicolored rays of light flash forward from your hands. Each ray is a different color. You see red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, and a dark black ray. Or dark black colored ray. When that happens, each of these have to make a dexterity saving throw. And we'll set the DC for this because you are not a spellcaster.
Bugger.
At 15. The cultists fail.
Playing on a comet right now.
Born Gray, because its dexterity, succeeds. And then Nox definitely succeeds.
Darn.
But they'll still take half damage, so it's fine.
So what I need you to do is there are a total of 6 targets. You're gonna roll 6 d8s, and I need you to slow down because this is going to determine which of these rays hits an individual target.
Okay.
If you reroll the same color, it doesn't hit the same creature. Okay, so they're all going to be different. So
Okay.
start on the first one.
Okay. So the first one's gonna be a 1.
A 1. So the red hits the first guy on the left.
Okay. The next one's gonna be 8.
8. He gets the black ray.
The next one's gonna be.
So on that one, it's technically struck by 2 different rays. I need you to roll twice.
Okay.
And then anytime you roll an 8 on this specific roll, you re-roll it.
So.
Because this black ray is 2 rays in 1.
Okay.
So we need to figure out which 2 rays. Go ahead and roll.
Okay.
You can roll the 1 on this one.
Okay. It's 1 again.
Okay, so roll again.
Okay. 4.
So he gets 1. He gets 1 and 4. Roll one more time.
3.
3. Roll again.
We're gonna have 2.
2. Roll again.
That one's gonna be 4.
Yep.
Roll again, or
Yep, so you're good.
okay. 7.
And 7. Okay, so on the first one, he takes 10d6 fire damage as the red ray pierces through him. Don't roll. He doesn't have the health.
Oh.
It surges straight through his chest and incinerates him from the
Holy
inside,
shit.
howling in pain as he screams.
This is the first one on the left?
That's the first one on the left.
He's
And
done.
in the ray picks him up, kind of from the sternum. It picks him up and he kind of pushes backwards as he's howling and screaming, just gets burnt to a crisp. The second one takes 2 rays, one of which is red. The second one is green, so it's a mixture of
That's
it's a
unfortunate.
mixture of fire and
That is
poison damage.
unfortunate. Yeah.
And as the poison ray takes over and the fire just lightly touches it, just explodes. He doesn't have the health for it either. The next one takes a yellow ray, and as it hits him,
Is
he
that
immediately
electric?
just starts seizing as
Oh.
lightning courses through his and you can see his eyes begin to melt. Foam begins to kind of catch in his mouth, and he drops to the ground, steaming. The fourth one is an orange ray, and as it hits him, you hear an unearthly scream as his body sinks, his skin, his flesh melting from
Whoa.
acid.
Oh.
The body drops, all
That
bones.
Yo, that really sucks.
Dude, that was crazy, dude.
Born Gray does save. So he gets hit with the green ray, takes some poison damage, and you roll 10d6 poison damage for me.
Roll good.
I need someone to give him some d6.
Well, I need one more d6. If I get one more d6, alright, this is going to be half the damage. So, oops, my bad.
Don't worry.
So the first one's going to be 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 2.
Yo.
So hang on, so 2 is 12, 24, 26, and then we're going to add... So how many is that? So I said it's 26
Yeah.
plus 32, 38, 43, 44, 47.
Yo. 20 damage off the bat.
Dude, I haven't even moved yet, bro.
He takes,
Throw
he
good
takes a
as
good
that.
grip of damage. And the 7th ray, the violet ray,
Oh, the pretty one.
it hits Nox square in the chest. And you don't see anything happen.
No.
As he succeeded on the roll, and this one is a fail or save
Ah.
to blind him.
Ah.
Nothing
That sucks, dude.
You see Borngray drop to his knees in agony because the poison of the green immediately catches, and he can't. He's not screaming. He can't. He's and you can tell that he is on fire internally.
So
that is going to go ahead and be your action.
my action. Okay. Can I use my bonus action?
And there are no bodies left.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to then, because I'm in my wide stance with like my legs are spread out for like a sumo squat right now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stand back up, bring my sword out and plant it in the ground in front of me and rage, and have my ancestors come out from me.
Okay. So you plant the sword in front of you in rage. You watch as all the ancestors step out. As that happens, you see the huntress. As she protrudes from you and stands over to your left. She looks up at both Borngray and Nox. She turns to you, and you get a sense she's looking. You look over and you can see like the cloak kind of moves to where you can see kind of like her human female face, and it's pure anger. And she looks back up directly at Nox, and you can kind of get a sense that that's who she's specifically looking at. There is something about his form that infuriates her. That's your turn. We go to Nox. Nox on his turn with his action. Let me pull up his spellbook. He looks down to you. Hack on. His feet are touching the ground, but his wings push him up slightly. He's hovering above the ground. Kind of almost like a perverse angelic stance. His arms are outstretched wide. He looks towards you. You show a lot of power, a lot of strength. Please, I beg you. Show me how much more you have. I need you to go ahead real quick and make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Bastard, dude. Bastard. Wisdom. That's only gonna be an 8, dude. Wait, I'm gonna use my blessing.
You technically have advantage on this save
Okay.
because he is currently fighting you.
Okay. That's gonna be a 13, which I'm gonna use my blessing for to make it a 17.
Spell save DC is 18.
What? That's bullshit.
So he looks towards you as he's casted Dominate Person.
Oh, how are we supposed to
Dominate
win this, dude? Seriously.
You hear his voice as he's saying, "Show me." It begins to suffuse into your mind. And you hear the whispers in the back of your head. It dulls your senses for just a brief moment. And you blink and everything's blurry.
No.
Your sword's in front of you, so you put your hands in your face and try to rub it out. And as you look out, the entire landscape has changed. You're in a snow-peaked mountain home. And you see at the top of this kind of like little hill area that you're at, you see your mother and your father. Your mother looks beaten, bloodied, and broken. Your father looks like a desperate plea to reach out to you for assistance. He points forward. You see as Nox points towards you guys. And as you turn your head, you hear, "Our enemies assail us. They wish us to fail." You turn around and you don't see your companions, your vision. You see his eyes are pure white. And you see what are your friends, but they look like hellish perversions, like demons brought into flesh, monstrosities.
Damn it, dude.
You are charmed.
Good thing it's not your turn.
You are charmed for the current moment. Nox will issue telepathic commands to you. Right now, he is telling you to attack Arboris specifically. That's his command. Your command is to attack Arboris specifically. If he does not give you a command, so if he's focused and I forget to give you a command, your goal is to defend yourself and preserve yourself to the best of your ability. And at any point, Nox can take complete and total control of you, removing your autonomy. But he's providing you with that autonomy.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
And if you don't use a reaction, and he has his reaction available, he can compel you to use your reaction utilizing his. So, like, if you don't attack of opportunity because you forget it, but I don't, and I still have it, I'll force you to do it. Okay, that's his action. So you watch as that happens, as at kind of further ahead of you, he puts the sword down, and you see him, and kind of looks up, and you see like his body movement change. He immediately turns around and sees the two of you. His eyes are deathly staring you, Arboris. He goes and grabs the blade behind him, and you can see all of his spirit guardians are kind of they turn towards him, but they stand still. He pulls the blade out. He has it drawn. That's his turn. Borngray is up next. Borngray is going to go ahead and he pulls off a potion from his belt, which he's going to drink. He has a greater potion of healing, which he wouldn't have had to use if you didn't nearly kill him. Let's see. 6, 7, 11 plus 4, so 15. Cool. That's his bonus action. As his action, he is going to go ahead and cast Magic Weapon. So you watch as his sword, as he casts this, and he looks towards Nox, and he goes, "Tiamat, for her glory." And the sword begins to emit this like red, almost like radiant infernal glow, as he casts it. That's going to be his turn.
Oh.
That's his action, his bonus action. He is not going to move. Arboris, you're next.
I'm going to take the attack of opportunity and run by.
Yep, because he's going to force that reaction. So go ahead and make an attack roll.
Yup. I'll roll low, dude, I swear. Alright, that's going to be a 6 plus 7, a 13.
13 misses. So
Told you that. I rolled
as you
six.
run
I rolled
towards
a
him, he
six.
immediately swings, and you knowing that you're running up steps, you kind of like let it swing over you and use a quick momentum to kind of turn yourself around and continue to run forward. You are running towards Borngray.
I'm actually going to run and try and break the concentration
Okay,
on.
you're right, because he is concentrating on stealth. You may attempt to run up to knock.
Yeah, so I was right here, so
Yep.
5, 10, 15, 20, and I have 45.
Right.
So
You're right.
25, 30, 40,
45.
45.
Yeah. Well, hey, where is he at? Because right now he's standing on the apex of four dots. Do you want me to move him forward?
No, that's right where he's at.
Really?
So could I go like right here then?
No, you have to be on a square.
Because
that
oh,
works.
so he
I can hit him
occupies.
from
He,
right
That's
now.
fine.
he occupies all 4 tiles. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see what's happening.
Yeah, he's a lot bigger.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to then go in for a punch to raise my AC.
Go for it. The attack roll.
That is a 23
Hit him.
or
23.
24.
24.
actually.
Hit him.
Okay, that hits.
Hey,
Then I'll roll
Baby.
for the rapier now.
baby.
Okay.
Get me
That's
out
a
of
nat
this-
20.
Natural 20. Okay,
out of
that
this,
hits.
out of this grip, dude.
Yeah, that
Dude,
hits.
isn't
out
that
of
2
this
nat
grip.
20s today?
Probability, dude. It's a game.
So I'll roll my d6 first.
Your D6.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll for the punch
Okay.
first. That's a 4 plus 5, so 9 damage for the punch.
You said 9 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then for the crit on the rapier, that's a 3.
Okay.
Plus a 4, so 7 plus 5, so 12 for the rapier.
So you run up and you punch. You punch straight towards this hard scaled torso, and as you punch, you immediately stab through the thigh. He has to make 2 separate concentration rolls.
You better drop it, boy. Boy.
Let's go ahead and see here. You dealt 9 points of damage on the first one. He succeeds on the first concentration save,
Please.
and on the second, you will
Right,
drop natural 20.
Torm.
He succeeds on both.
Torm, why you not saving me?
So he goes ahead and
Aw,
succeeds
you need a better
on
god.
both of those constitution saving throws for his concentration check. As you're striking him, even though in some elements you see where you're inflicting pain, you get a very sadistic smile from him, and a look that ignores you. He's staring directly at you the whole time, and just letting this happen. That's going to be your turn. You go to Lux.
I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at level 3, and I'm going to twin.
Okay. At who?
Borngray and Not.
As you go ahead and cast the 2 kind of guiding bolts, it arcs up, you split it, and send them flying. The one that is going towards Nox, he is going to counterspell. So as it flies towards him, you watch as he catches it in his hand, and as it kind of impacts, you would imagine it would kind of do what it normally does, kind of explode from that point, and he catches it and just squashes
Does him
it.
casting counterspell mess with his concentration?
Nope.
No.
Reaction.
Damn.
And he just
Does he not have to roll for it?
actually, you know what? He can't do that because he just uses reaction to force him to attack. You saved yourself.
No.
Or actually, Arbor saved you. So actually, make your attack rolls. I just had to think about
Hey.
that for a second.
Hell yeah, baby. Hell
It
yeah.
took me a second, and then he talked, and I was like,
No.
"Wait a minute, hack
Well,
don't exist."
All I
All I did was talk. You didn't have to say anything important. You just talked, and I
I'm in
remembered
the
you existed.
upside. I'm in the upside down right now, dude.
So the first roll's a 19.
19 to hit.
Oh.
Okay.
That
Yeah,
hits
that
the-
hits
the
because
small
I was
cell.
just gonna reaction shield it, but I can't. See,
Small
that's not a
cell.
reaction. I gotta stop doing that. What's the second one?
Man.
11.
An 11.
You're gonna let
That
Born.
misses Borngray.
You're gonna let Borngray
So
off
he
the
just
hook
flex
like
it
that,
with the
dude.
shield. Go
Borngray
ahead
is
and roll
just
the
as
damage
bad.
against Noct.
Borngray is just as bad.
And then he's gonna roll his concentration check.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's a lot of damage. Nice, dude. Oh man,
Dude.
that's a lot of ones.
Bro,
That's a lot of
It's
ones.
you gotta figure out what the damage is.
That's a lot of ones.
19.
19.
Yeah.
So half the damage wouldn't equate. Yeah, he saves on this one too.
Fuck.
That's a lot of ones.
Okay. So he goes to catch it, and it hits his hand and completely just surges radiant energy across his arm as it happens, and it kind of like recoils back, and you can see like bright flame begin to kind of surge over his arm before he kind of like pulses his arm forward, and the black smoke kind of surges back and kind of fights it off. He kind of shakes it and looks back at you. There is still a faint glow as the guiding bolt still has its effect on him, so you still have advantage, or the next attack has advantage against him. But that is going to be your action.
I don't think I can do anything with a bonus action.
Tickle him. Throw a dagger. Throw a dagger.
Is that a bonus action? To throw a dagger?
They would require you to have an
Not
attack
a bonus
action
action.
available.
You could,
You don't have any cantrips or anything?
Not bonus action.
you could moon it. You can't use a cantrip if you used a spell as your action.
Well, no. If he uses his spell as an action, if for some reason he had a cantrip that was a bonus action, he could still cast that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't think there is one that exists. I could be wrong. I'm sure someone has made one by now.
I don't know.
I'm sure it's out there. In the ether. What do you do?
Gotta do something, bro.
Pass.
Pass.
I don't have a bonus action.
How you gonna pass? How you gonna pass? You got a free action and you ain't doing shit with it.
So you just sit still?
Yeah, he fucking pulls his pants down.
Is that your
Can
turn?
I take cover?
You have a map? Move.
Behind the stairs?
You're gonna get hit.
They can give me like half cover or something?
No, not behind the stairs.
He doesn't
No.
have a reaction.
Wait,
bonus,
no.
though.
So
No, is
do you
he
see
ready to start?
kind of like the weird
No, I didn't
where the circles are?
Yeah.
That's a platform, and it's a lower level than the one above it. So like you could jump over there.
Kiss
Okay.
Nick's character to break him out of the charm.
So 5, 10, 15.
No.
That is, you can't walk through walls,
You can't-
motherfucker.
You can't walk over nothing
So
You have to go up
5,
the stairs.
and then jump down.
And then
Yeah.
10,
You got it. You're move. Yep. Now go right. Oh, and now jump down. Kaboom. Well, a little bit closer to the wall. I'm trying to use it as cover. Wrong wall.
What?
The wall that right there. Trying to use that as cover. Yep. Cool. Okay, so you run your way around and kind of drop yourself so that you have cover that you can kind of like. I get where
like
you're
a
going.
fucking storm.
That's your turn. So we go to the cultists who are absolutely destroyed. Hakon, it is your turn, and that speedy, stupid elf has run right past you. You feel anger boiling underneath you, and you hear a whisper that says, "Are you gonna let him do that to you?
Does he get a
To
chance?
show you how weak you are?"
Hagon's gonna scream, "Ah!" and he's gonna throw an axe at that elf and then charge straight after his ass.
Does he get a chance to try and break out of it?
No.
That's not how this spell works.
Yeah, no, dude. It sucks.
Who are we fighting?
Oh, I'm so sorry, dude. It's gonna be a 21. Does
Just
that hit you?
hits, motherfucker. You couldn't have rolled one number lower.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
You couldn't have blown on it a
I
little bit.
tried, dude. I tried.
And
It's
he's
fine.
raging, so make sure you add that rage damage.
Taking, it's fine, dude. I rolled 1.
Or actually, rage damage is only for melee. You threw it.
Roll to see if you
So,
crit.
but I do. Huh? What do you mean roll to see if I crit?
Roll to see if you crit.
It's not a disadvantage.
What? Yeah, I don't have advantage on it. It's
you're
just,
not
it's a,
back.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
wrong. But I am going 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. But I did hit you with. Do I add anything to
Just
my
strength.
hand axe?
Just strength.
Just strength. So it's gonna be 5 points of damage that you take.
So you feel a hand axe dig against your shoulder blade, and it
This
pushes
is
your arm
retarded.
forward. You turn around and see his Hakon is charging you. Go ahead and make your second attack.
And now,
This one is going to be reckless.
12 or a 4, so 12 plus my strength. It's 12 plus 7, so it's gonna be 19 again.
It misses.
You did 21. That misses.
So I bring
So
that.
as he brings the blade down, you get just a moment as you're pulling the hand axe out from underneath you, and you drop it to the ground and use both flats of your hand to push the sword from the flat to the side, and it slams right next to you. And with a loud crash, it cracks stone. There's dust that flares up, and the two of you are kind of deadlocked. You in confusion of like what is happening, and him in pure rage. That's your action. Any attacks now that you make that aren't against him, because he does have his Spirit Guardians out, are at disadvantage. Any attacks against anyone else other than him.
Wait, no.
Yep.
Oh, wait, no, that's
Any
right.
attacks
That's right.
that he makes that aren't against you are at
Yeah, you
disadvantage.
have to attack me. Though.
Yeah. That's going to be his turn.
And the hem resistance, which kind of double sucks.
I'm not gonna hit you.
That's going to be his turn, so we go to Nox.
This is where we get party-wide.
Potentially.
If you don't you fucking dare turn invisible and fucking run away. No, it would not. Imagine if we just leave the lizard folk, and so then they just, the rest of them just gonna.
Yeah, where are the lizards at, bro?
Shut up. Stupid
Yeah.
question.
Yeah,
Don't ask me that.
Yeah, we should have some.
The lizards are not helpful.
We should have some lizards
Okay.
in here, right?
Roll
now.
for
He is
lizards.
going to go and fly 5, 10, 15.
Oh, great.
So that he's within 30 feet of you. And I need you to go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me against a DC of 18.
If you lose, your dick falls off.
Incorrect. In fact, I think he would prefer this to that outcome.
Okay, what do I roll?
Constitution saving throw.
Dude, why are
No,
you
but,
jiggling
I have
it
to
like a
get-
grandma?
I have to get a 14.
Sure. Natural 20. So as he looks towards you, you watch as he reaches his hand out and begins to speak towards you. He goes, "Brother, I took your life. What about your senses? Would you rather not be able to hear or to see?" In the shadows, kind of serpentine, they make their way towards you. And as it approaches, like the snake breaks apart. You see 5 different heads that kind of all wrap around. They try to wrap around your head, and you just like puff
Wait,
the
does
snake
that
out
break?
of the way.
Does that break concentration?
Nope, not a
Oh,
concentration spell.
This is
Not a
what?
concentration. I have to be careful about which spells I'm casting, so not a
I'm
concentration
gonna
spell.
ask you every time, motherfucker.
And you kind of you push it just effortlessly, and you watch as that happens. Your entire arm glows with like a purple, radiant glow as you just shove it off to the side, and it completely dissipates. Doesn't affect you.
What the
Is my
fuck?
arm still glowing?
A little bit, yeah. A little confused. And he looks at you and goes,
You're so lucky you rolled a natural 20.
Yeah.
"That's gonna be his turn."
He was about to use fucking stun spore in Pokemon, dude.
That's gonna be his turn. He turns towards you, and you can hear in the back of your head as his head kind of turns, and he goes, "Finish the elf off, Born Grey."
Wait.
And he looks
Wait,
towards
didn't
you.
I get an attack of opportunity when this guy left?
You can
Can I
Yeah.
have done that?
go ahead and make the attack at disadvantage.
Shoot.
Wait, they cancel out because my guy.
You're right. They do. They cancel out. So just roll a straight attack roll.
Yay, that is
Give
a
yourself a point of inspiration for remembering that.
21.
21 to hit. That hits.
So,
It doesn't. He's going to use his reaction to shield it.
oh,
He has a... Wait, you said 21?
yeah.
He can't. That would be his shield. So, yeah, he
Okay.
wouldn't be able to shield it if he tried. It hits.
Yeah.
Full damage.
4 plus 5, so 9.
9?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't roll above a 6 anyway, so it doesn't matter. If
Okay.
I'm rolling a D8. Fuck.
And he looks towards Born Grey and kind of nudges his head in your direction, Lux. Finish him off. Born Grey turns up next. He is going to go ahead and move his way over to you. He has a Misty Step. So he runs towards you and goes 5, 10, 15, jumps, and Misty Steps right behind you. As that happens, and you can see he runs, kind of like Jumper, where kind of like he, and he's right behind you and already swinging. He is, from here, is going to go ahead and make 2 attacks with his longsword. The first one
Oh, you better
is
dodge those, bro.
And I gotta actually pull up real quick the full effects of.
Hey, did he pass his con saving roll when I did my reaction on him? It's his, for,
He did.
Okay.
Thanks for asking. Magic weapon.
I'm so
yeah, it's a
terrified
plus
we're
1 to
gonna
attack
lose,
and
dude.
damage rolls, so no problem there.
I gotta pull out everything I
So
can.
he rolls an unnatural 20 to hit you.
Nick can't even play, dude. He hits
Unnatural
a
20 to hit. Does that hit?
and what?
No, dude,
Yep.
you died. No, dude, your AC is 21.
Even if I shield, I get
and then it's
19
10.
AC.
And then a 10. So the 10 misses. You do take
80 damage.
11, 12 points of slashing damage.
That's without.
As he
the-
cuts, as he cuts across your abdomen as your back's up against the wall. He looks at you, and as he does that, he goes, "Your brother commands you dead, and I will not lose."
What a fucking cock! What a dick rider, dude! What a fucking dick rider!
Okay.
Down, bro.
With that, we go to Arboris. You're up.
We
Lux, you're on
lost.
deck.
We lost. Wait, this is our party wife. Alright, I'm gonna take another opportunity of attack from Nick. And I'm gonna go 5. So go take a swing at me, Nick. Oh wait, is he gonna use Nick?
Nick has a
Is he-
reaction.
Well,
Nick should use it.
yeah, I'm gonna take the opportunity of attack on you.
I can't compel him to use
Oh, that's gonna be a juicy 12.
Why you gotta do it like that, dog? I was worried,
it.
bro.
Okay. Yeah, you jump over another swing.
Okay. 5, 10. I'm gonna actually maneuver around him a little bit. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Just grapple. 30. And then I'm going to go in for my punch, and then my slap, and my poke.
Okay.
I'm going for a punch with the fist. That's a 17 plus 8.
17 plus 8, that hits.
And the rapier is a 8 plus 8, so a 16.
16, he shields that one.
Well, at least I got a shield. What was it? A 1? Fuck my life. I hate D6s, dude. Yeah, so 6 damage.
6 damage.
Hopefully he loses concentration on Nick.
That's a great point. I mean, he really has to roll a natural 1 to fail it with 6 damage.
Did he roll a natural 1? Oh my god! He rolled a natural 1? Yes!
Never test the dice gods!
Yes!
Curse you!
It
As he
doesn't.
says
This
it.
game was not. This was not looking in our favor to begin with. All right, Katre's one shot. Nick is out of our control.
I'm gonna break your guys' will to live right now. He's gonna go ahead and use his legendary resistance to save.
Wait to stop that from happening.
Yep. Just don't curse the dice gods, but he is gonna use one of his legendary
But-
resistances to make that save.
I mean, that's a legendary resistance.
Oh,
though,
legendary
so-
counterspell.
Doesn't he get a legendary resistance every turn?
No. He has a set amount that he has for the combat.
Okay.
This would just be one that he would burn it on.
If I cast invisibility on someone else and they hit someone, would I keep it up?
Yeah, because if the concentration's on you, if you cast invisibility on someone and they hit someone, the invisibility ends because that's the trigger of invisibility. But if you had greater invisibility on someone else and they hit someone, that's fine.
Oh.
Yeah. There's a different spell. But that's gonna be your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Lux, you're up. What do you do?
Please.
Are you actually down? Your miniature fell over. And if you're not down, put yourself back up,
Sorry.
buddy. You got a half elf knight trying to kill you.
He's prone. He's
I-
What are you doing?
I need help. Help.
I'm calling for help, dude. Control me. Dude, I can't attack this guy at close range.
Okay, we'll figure something out. What are you gonna do?
Fucking get the fuck out of my face.
Misty step.
Oh, I can't move away without him being able to attack me.
You're absolutely right.
Fuck this guy.
Dude, hit the goddamn fucking
Yeah,
flame
but
boy.
you've got enough HP to tank it.
Hit
and,
the
and
flame boy.
He might miss, bro.
Hit the flame boy and hope that
This guy just doesn't.
that he
What are you
loses
gonna do?
concentration.
Man,
Come on.
I'm just gonna guide
At point blank range?
you. Yeah.
You're gonna go down
Okay,
next
that would
turn
be a
anyways.
disadvantage.
Dude, just hit the goddamn
That's fine.
fucking.
I'm
You're
gonna
okay
twin
with
it.
that?
Hit your brother.
You're
If
gonna
I
hit-
twin it though,
They hit.
this one would be fine, and then this one.
You're right. Absolutely, you're correct. You could do that. Is that what you're gonna do?
Yep.
Okay, roll the
We
one against
need-
Born Gray.
We
What
need
level's this
control
at?
of Nick again.
I'm just gonna do it at level.
Level 1? Yeah, go ahead and roll damage. Or, sorry, roll the attack roll
Or not
against
gonna
Born
win.
Gray at disadvantage. Okay.
Big number, big number, big number.
Inspiration dice.
You have an inspiration reroll. You may use it.
Oh, come on, baby. Ah, tragic.
that one.
Yeah.
Okay. He will say he grabs a hold of that arm. Or no, he deflects it with his shield, pushing it into the fire that's right next to it. You are going to take half damage, right? Because you're a tiefling.
Yeah.
You take 4 points of fire. You have to do as he pushes your hand over into the fire and it shoots off into the distance.
Do you hit the other guy?
Go ahead and make your attack roll against Nox.
Please hit his ass, bro.
Come on, Katre.
Bro. I'm using my favorite by the gods.
Okay,
Is that gonna be enough?
could be. He shielded it. His AC's 21. Well, he shielded. Sorry, Boris.
Katre.
21.
Yeah, it has to be a 21.
Has to be a 21 because he's shielded.
No.
Okay.
Hell no.
So as you shoot off the
Did he
twin
use
bolt in his direction, it hits against the arcane barrier and just fizzles off. That's going to be your action. Hack on. You're up next.
You leave my family alone, and I'm gonna come running after Arboris again.
Yeah.
And I am going to make 2 reckless attacks, I guess.
All right. That'll be the 21.
First one's gonna be 6 plus 8, which is 14.
Miss.
Second one's gonna be a 26 to hit.
That hits.
That one's gonna be an 18 or a 19. So one of them will hit. Oh, wait,
What?
one.
I'm confused. What?
Well, because the first attack I hit the one that was above his AC, it was the 26, but then the second attack, neither of them hit.
Oh, because you're doing it recklessly.
It was a reckless extra attack.
You're right. Okay, so first attack hits, and what was your attack rolls on the second one?
It was 18 and like
19?
like 11 or something.
Okay, yeah. 1 hits. Roll damage.
It's
Didn't you just
4.
roll 1?
Yeah, it was 1 plus 3 plus my strength plus rage. So it's 4, 8, 11 points of damage.
Dude, I'm gonna go down by Nick.
11 points of damage. Okay. He slashes against you, and you do your very best to deflect. But one of the tip of the blade, it arcs down across your chest, and you kind of have like an immediate flashback to your battle with Cyan Wrath, like a brute of pure anger and force.
8 damage.
As that happens,
It
there's 11, right?
11.
Nox kind of lowers himself just a bit, and he kind of puts up a palm a little bit out towards you, Arboris, and goes, I would be a little bit more focused in present danger. And then he's going to use the remainder of his movement. He's actually going to fly 20 feet up. So you do have attack of opportunity if you want to use it.
I will.
Go for it.
Hit his ass.
It is a 21. Nope, new round, so no longer 21. 16. We'll see if he shields.
That's an unnatural 20.
He'll take it.
Damage.
He'll take it.
That's a 6 plus 5. So
11.
11.
Welcome.
Please break the concentration.
That is a 13. That does not break the concentration. The way the concentration works is it's based off of either damage or the flat number of 10. It's either half the damage or 10, whichever's higher. Right now that would have been 10. So, he saves.
Okay, I'm going to pull out an arrow.
Mhm.
I'm going to pull out my Satyr's Swiftness,
Okay?
and I'm going to say, You will not win here, and this will not be our end. And then I'm going to pull an arrow out, and I'm going to aim for it.
Okay, we'll get to your turn. That's cool. I like it.
Yes.
On
Sorry.
Nox is... No. You're good. You're good. Nox wants to kill someone. So, What he is going to go ahead and do, because he still has his dominate person.
Fuck. Wait, he can do it again?
He can
No.
he can use his turn to move my body though.
No, he just
Right.
isn't going. I can't cast concentration spells right now, so I have to look over what I have and decide how I want to go about this. Because I can't cast a concentration and replace his concentration with another concentration spell.
My name is inconsistent.
He is. Oh, that's a concentration. Dang, that would have been cool. He's used all 30 feet of his flying speed, so he really doesn't have anything that he can move, so he can't use blindness again. Yeah, he's going to use Melf's acid arrow, and he's going to fire it at Lux.
Shit. Drew, why don't you counter spell? Why don't you counter spell? Why don't you? What?
I can't even counter
Nick.
Dominate person's like what?
He rolls a
Yes.
He rolls a
Nick hasn't had
6.
one fucking turn.
Just one good chunk of damage, dude. Just one.
He rolls a 16 to hit. Did it hit you?
Yeah. Do you shield?
Shield.
You're going to shield it.
I'm gonna shield.
Okay, so you watch as this arrow of acid flies towards you. It's like a bolt with an arrow point. And as it flies, you turn around, and it... Actually, hold on. No, he's high up. You don't have full cover. You don't have cover against him anymore, because he's angled. Yeah. Never mind. I was going to benefit you.
Wait, do the arrows hit his friend?
And in just enough time, you arc this arcane barrier directly behind you, in which the acid kind of like showers around.
Oh my
And
god.
there's a lot, because that's the point of acid arrow is its initial damage and its damage over time. A lot kind of flies
God.
around, and then you redirect the arcane barrier in front of you, because now it's Born Gray's turn. He's going to make his 2 attacks, but your armor class is a
14.
plus shield. For the remainder of this round, you have shield. 19. Yeah, shield's not like a solo attack. One is going to hit with a 21, the other does miss, though, as a result. So you are going to take 7, 8 points of slashing damage.
Please, dude.
That's your turn, or that's his turn, so Arboris, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to
Flurry his ass, dude.
pull
Flurry
out my
his-
swiftness, Satyr swiftness, and I'm going to equip an arrow.
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot him with said arrow. I'm going to use my bonus action to make it a lethal shot. Or like,
You're right, the Kensei thing?
yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
How much do you? Fuck. What dice do I get to add?
We'll look that up here. I'll look that up for you. Just make sure once I tell you that you have that written down. But roll your attack roll. We'll see, depending on what it is, if he shields it, because this would be something he would shield.
He's not gonna be able to. It's a 16 plus 9.
I just love the audacity. He's like, don't even bother. It's not gonna happen. Okay, so you're gonna deal an extra 1d4 of piercing damage with the Kensei's shot. That's cool. Cool.
Buku
Okay,
damage, buku
so go
damage.
ahead and roll damage.
Please, please, please.
So it's a D, because the longbow is D8 plus a D4.
Concentration break.
Fuck. Oh, 7.
Honestly, the only person that can really break his concentration easily is you, because you're the only one with the damage output.
Yeah, you need to
It's
hit
per
him.
attack.
You need
So
to hit him.
he needs something that's over 20 points of damage to increase the DC.
You have to really fucking nail this bastard ass thing.
But you're busy.
14.
14 points of damage.
Yeah.
Please.
The
fail.
arrow hits into kind of like the abdominal
Actually,
area.
15 because it's a magical arrow. It's a magical bow.
Magical bow. You're right.
Hey, it's lit. Damn, you have a magical bow already?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not there for that?
I mean, I just don't
You
remember.
were totally here for that. Yeah, the stag.
Stag man.
He has to tell a council of wizards to go get him. Happens. Okay. The arrow hits him. You still have a second attack.
Oh. I will shoot another arrow at him.
Go for it.
dude, if you hit him for another 15 points, baby. Ooh.
It won't be that much.
Even 10, dude, even 10.
Nope. It actually will deal an extra d4. The Kensei shot lasts for ranged attacks. It has it plural.
Hey.
Yeah.
Well, this one doesn't hit.
No.
What is it?
I don't think I have an inspiration.
You
Like, don't you have his blessing?
You do.
Oh.
You have his...
Okay, I'm gonna use inspiration.
Okay.
To reroll.
Go for it.
A nat 20?
Nat 20.
Hey.
Okay, so that's 2d8 and 2d4.
That's 3 nat 20s this game.
2d8 and 2d4.
I'm telling you, the game wants us to win, bro.
Yeah,
We
go
have
Go ahead
to.
and roll some damage. He just saved on his first concentration check. So 2d8, 2d4, plus your dex, plus 1.
That's 6 for the first d8. That's 2 for the second d8. That's 4 for the first d4.
Was that 15? Plus
And that's
3?
3 for the second d4.
18.
Plus 5. So
Plus
I-
6.
Oh, plus 6. Okay.
24?
Yeah, so it was a 6, right? It was a 6, a 2.
Everything added up so far is 24. Is there any other bonuses? Should be 24 then.
A 6, a 2, a 4, and a 3.
24 points of damage. The DC is now 12. He rolls a natural 12. He has a plus 9 to the save, so he still succeeds. But as you fire the first arrow, it hits him in the abdomen. He kind of looks down, prepared for the second strike, and he goes and reaches his palm out to deflect it. And your arrow hits him square in the flat of the palm and rides up through the forearm.
Ooh.
And as that happens, he and you can see he kind of like holds onto his arm and in like pain and rips this arrow out before he drops it down. And as he's bleeding profusely from his hand, it begins to smolder and burn, and his entire right arm at this point is covered in this like hellish smoke. That's your turn.
Yeah.
Lux, you're up next. What do you do?
Please, dude, please. Help!
Fuck, I wish I didn't say that.
What do you do?
Help!
I'm gonna Misty Step
Okay.
Yes.
30 feet.
He's gonna go ahead and counterspell. Your Misty Step.
Oh, bugger.
So as you go to Misty Step, you watch as he's sitting there. He's like, he looks down towards you as you try to Misty Step. You watch as he reaches his hand out, like kind of, and he clutches outwards, and the spell fails. And you look up in fear and look up at him. He goes, "You're not moving anywhere. Born Grey."
You go down this hit, right?
That's your bonus action
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
and your spell, so you can cast a cantrip.
I've got 16 HP. I can take like one more hit from Nick.
But I could disengage walk away.
You could. That is an action. That's an action. You're not wrong.
You're not moving.
Where are you gonna move, motherfucker?
That's a smart move.
Then he's just gonna walk to you.
That's going to use 10 feet of your movement because you're getting up and over.
You're at 20 right now.
So that's 15. Where he's at is 15, 20, 25. Yep, you're on it.
You should move the full 30.
Okay, that's your turn.
The safety.
Okay. On Nox's turn, he's going to go ahead and fly over to the center.
Yeah, that doesn't make me feel good. That makes me think he's
She's
gonna
gonna
summon
light up,
something.
dude.
And it does. So
Ah.
as he lets his arm down and the blood begins to drop onto the what appears to now be a teleportation circle. The runes all begin to flare. Where they're originally blue with this blue cosmic radiance, they all burn a bright red as his blood begins to hit the portal. And you don't know if that's intentional or not, but he starts to lower himself. He does not use his action. He does not use a bonus action. He does tell you need to kill that elf, and he kind of continues to drop there. What he specifically tells you is, "You must cover my escape. I will deal with these people another day. But you will fight on. I must live." And that's in the back of your mind. And he's going to begin to lower. That's his whole turn. Borngray's up next. He is going to use his... he actually no longer has any of his second level spell slots, so he has to actually...
Dude, Borngray's fucked now.
He has to move.
What an asshole.
So he's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
He's fucking done.
And he's going to make 2 attacks against you.
Your brother's an asshole, dude.
One is a 10 to hit, which you immediately kind of swerve out of the way. The other one is a natural 1.
Oh
and
my God.
I will allow you with that natural 1 to kind of forcefully grab onto the sword arm as it is coming down and put just enough pressure on the wrist to cause discomfort that forces him to drop it before you let go. So the blade drop.
What blade is yours?
I will let you use your reaction if you wish to kick that blade away. It's a longsword.
Yeah, what are you gonna do with the longsword?
I'm gonna kick his sword away.
You're gonna kick his sword away? Okay, you kick his sword away. And it scatters across the ground. And he reaches out and goes, "No!"
Whose turn is it? Is it mine?
That's gonna be his turn. So we move towards our Boris route. Watch your deck.
Okay. I'm going to take the hit from Nick again.
Yep.
I'm going to run by. 5, 10.
10, 15.
Yeah, and I'm going to get on top of him.
You are going to take a hit from me.
Is that not
You
possible?
can't get on top of him. What are you trying to do?
I'm going to try to stop him from teleporting through the ground.
That is not a thing you can do.
If I get on top of him, you don't think it'll stop him from going through any rooms or anything?
No. You can try. I'm just going to tell you it just won't work.
Okay.
Like, you use your action for something better.
I'll just go in for a Fury of Blows. I'll go in for an unarmed strike and then Fury of Blows that.
Go for it. Yeah.
And then
So we have a total of 4 attacks.
Yeah.
Do it. Roll all your attack rolls. Just let me know what the attack rolls end up at.
First punch misses. Second one is a 19.
What are the numbers?
First one was a 2 plus 8.
Okay.
Second one was a 27.
Okay. You can't shield that one. That's good. Okay. Go to the third one.
28, 28, 28.
Fuck my life. A 10.
10. Okay.
And then the rapier
Okay.
is a 20 something.
Okay. Yeah, he can't shield any of them. So go ahead and roll damage for the 2 that hit. And he'll roll 2 concentration saving throws.
8. And
He succeeds on both. At this point, I'm just rolling to see if he not once.
I did 16 damage.
16 points of damage total.
Yeah.
At this point, as you punch and stab into him, focusing all your efforts at this point, you don't even know if you can call him a humanoid. At this creature, at this monster.
Yeah.
At this point, he is starting to look kind of weak.
No. Don't let him go.
That's your turn.
And then I'm going. I'm. Does it look like there's any way I can disrupt the runes on the floor?
Since you don't have an action or a bonus action to make that check, I can't tell you for certain.
Okay.
It's a great question.
I'm going to just try and sweep my feet with the rest of my movement across the runes and see if that'll do anything.
Okay.
I'll just be behind him, and I'm gonna be literally as like close as like holding on to him. Like I don't know what. Like I'm just gonna be preparing to try and stopping him from escaping.
Okay.
From whatever. Like I don't know what will work, but whatever I can.
So what would you like to do?
I'd like to grab onto him if I see that he's trying to magically get away. Or I'd like to yeah, that's what I'd like to do.
Okay. Okay.
Is that I don't like that look.
All right. So
I don't
Lux,
like
you're
that
up.
look.
I had to process how I wanted to try to get that figured out, but I got it.
All right.
I understand what you want.
I'm gonna cast Healing Word at 3rd level,
Oh.
and I'm gonna twin it.
Oh.
Counterspell.
Oh.
Sorry.
How many fucking counterspells does he have?
Technically, he has up to 7 level spells, so he's got a lot.
He has all the counter
Since you
spells.
3rd leveled it,
Jesus
he
Christ.
4th level counterspelled it.
Shit to this mother.
I mean, at least
And you can feel as the healing word as
It's
the
a 4th
magic
level
leaves
spell
your
slot,
lips,
so
because
it
it's a verbal spell, and the energy flies outwards. He reaches out with both hands and suffuses it into the shadows that kind of surrounds him. He looks at you at this point. I want you to feel terror. You are absolutely powerless to me. Your light doesn't shine brighter than its darkness. It will eat you alive.
I'm gonna firebolt him.
please,
Okay?
please, big
Okay.
damage, dude. Please, I've been waiting for this, man. Holy,
Go for it.
set me
Make
free.
an attack roll.
Shit.
Set me free, dude. Dude, go
What is
hit
this?
leap.
What is it?
This might hit. That's plus, which is
Oh goodness, dude.
17.
17? That hits. He just uses reaction, so. Good. Roll some damage. 2d10 of fire with you.
Jesus
Half.
Christ.
Oh man.
What'd you roll?
Bro,
What'd you
That's
roll?
Low.
3, which he has to 2.
that's some bullshit. And
As
I'm gonna
As it like burns across his torso, he just chuckles.
Nat 1, nat 1, nat 1, nat 1, nat
No.
1. Ah.
He just chuckles and kind of watches you as you run away, and he goes, "You are pathetic. You are a weak imitation of the greatness that our family had once been. I hope you know that watching
My guy.
your
Sold
parents
soul
burn
for
for you,
money,
Chris,
bro.
hasn't done anything to better your character. You are weak.
I didn't steal power from some entity. I earned this.
I was gifted because I'm worthy.
You're a joke.
You're a cockroach." Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Okay, you take
That's
10
all I
points
have.
of emotional damage.
I'm down.
Okay, Hakon, you're up.
You leave my family alone, and I'm gonna go running after Boris, and I'm gonna grapple him.
Okay, you're gonna use your action to grapple him?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
I thought I heard you were 3, but I guess
Oh,
not.
shit.
No.
What are my bonuses for grappling? Is it
Uh,
strength? Just
You're
strength?
making a strength attack roll. So make an athletics roll, because you're kind of proficient in it.
Okay, so that's
But
gonna
it's not an
be.
athletics roll.
It's gonna be plus
Wait,
7
you
plus
said
4 is
something
gonna
about your
be
family?
11.
He's grappling you.
11.
11 to hit doesn't hit. So he squirms his way out.
Can I?
sure.
Can I?
You can, yeah, you have second
Extra attack grapple? Alright,
yeah.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna-
laugh at
I'm
Hack.
Extra attack grapple. That one's gonna be a 15.
15.
Try 21.
That misses.
Alright, dude.
You fucking nerd. Only fucking NPCs can hit you.
I
motherfucker.
use
You
my
think you could hit
bonus
me?
action. Can I use my?
Prismatic Potion.
This is
I
the
don't
one
have-
counter to
I don't
dominate.
have
fucking
a.
presence.
I don't have a bonus action. I don't think.
Dominate person.
I don't have. I mean, unless
If
I
you
can.
hadn't
unless
used,
I can use
if
a
you
foot
hadn't
and
used that
tinder,
Prismatic Potion,
We would have been done
he,
forever ago.
no, because he wouldn't have used Dominate Person.
Really?
Yeah, the only reason why I'm using it right now is because you killed everyone and you impressed him. If you hadn't done that, he wouldn't have done it so early. At the very least, he would have done it at the tail end of the fight. So you saved yourself.
a lot of
From
time.
well, no, you put yourself through the ringer, but you killed. You did some damage.
Yeah, no, we did.
It was awesome.
I don't have a bonus action to
No bonus action. Okay, so that's your turn.
I'm still raging, right?
I'm just gonna let you keep trying to hit me.
Right.
yeah, so I don't need a raging it. So
Okay, it is now Nox's turn. His feet touch the ground, and he looks insignificantly. He just gives a small look towards Hakon and Arboris, and in the back of your head, you just hear, "Finish him. Stay behind. Cover my escape. Protect." And he looks towards you and he goes, "Brother, I feel pity for you. You could have stood beside me those entire years in Waterdeep and have risen to greatness. And to see you where you are, it just makes me sad. But what makes me more emotional is the joy I will feel from ripping your heart out."
whoa. Say something back. Clap back.
At that point, the cosmic energies begin to swirl and kind of swirl around him until it covers the lower half of his form. It's like a genie. As that happens, a portal begins to open in this teleportation circle right behind him. It's directly in between you two, because Arboris, you're right behind him. And he turns around and he walks right into it.
I couldn't stop him.
You can't stop someone from casting teleportation. And as that happens, the teleportation...
Sayonara, bro.
The portal is still there. But because he's not bleeding onto the circle, the colors start... You watch as it immediately starts to go back to blue. But it's slow, so it's not there yet.
Can I shoot an arrow through the portal before he leaves?
On your turn,
Damn.
we'll get there.
thought-
Because that would have been something you would have needed to have held your action for.
Okay.
Does
Right
walking through a portal count as leaving your range of attack?
For dominate person?
No. For opportunity attack. Like if you walk through the portal, but he's
Yeah, he doesn't provoke an attack of
You
opportunity.
can't just.
No. Yeah.
I see.
Since he's basically utilizing the effects of the
No,
spell,
yeah,
so it's
no,
kind of different. It's like Dimension Door.
No, I get it.
I do want you to know
Being
that you are
silly.
still dominated. Despite him leaving this spatial area,
Dude,
you
he's
are
in
still
the
dominated.
astral realm, bro. It's different.
No, he didn't plane shift.
Damn.
So Born Grey's up next.
Let's get this motherfucker out of here then. Fuck.
Bye.
I'll take him.
Well, he's still technically there.
No, he's not.
No,
He
he's gone.
My family is safe.
Well, the portal still.
Yeah, but your brother's gone.
We can jump through.
No,
You
my
can
family.
try.
My family is safe. Stop. You won't pass.
Whose turn is it?
Born Grey's. I'm trying to
You
figure out
won't.
what he can do.
You can try, but you just won't.
He just got his ass abandoned.
I don't want to be mean, dude, but I gotta be honest. No, my family behind me. No,
My family.
no, it's my family.
At this
dude.
point, you watch now as your attention shifts towards Born Grey. His eyes look directly at you. He has 30 feet of movement. Is he able to make his way over to Lux?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Exactly, bro.
He starts walking towards you, and as that happens,
he's-
he does not go back for his sword.
slow walks.
He walks directly
He
towards
slow
you.
walks, bro.
Yeah, and as that happens,
Here he comes.
you can see he reaches his hand out.
Here he comes.
He goes, "I swore you, brother, I would kill you." And he's going to use his weapon
Oh my
bond
God.
to use his bonus action to
Oh my God.
teleport his sword to his hand. I will end your life.
Okay.
Oh my
And he's
God.
going to go ahead and swing twice.
It's again, dude.
That's a natural 17 and 18.
Shield.
What does that make your armor class?
19.
19.
You still
You can't shield it because he's got pluses. I
Uh,
said natural. Natural 17, 18. He's got pluses. You can't shield that.
You're down.
Shoot.
Okay. First one to hit is 11.
Yeah, use my third level spot to kill both of us.
11 slashing.
Wait, how much HP did I get? Oh,
Lux, 11 slashing on the first.
he's down.
You're down. Okay. So the second one he's actually going to redirect. Actually, he's going to drop. He's going to basically kind of like really isn't a better way to say it. He's going to straddle you, and kind of pick you up by the collar of your shirt as you're like bleeding out, and he's just going to look. He goes, "I'm going to watch your life leave." He's damage. He's leveling around the body. I'm down. I'm rezzed. He's literally sitting here. Guys, he's cracked. He's cracked. He has no more shield. Awesome. That's his turn. So, Arboris, you're up next.
I'm gonna look at Hakon and say, Hakon, if you could please calm down for a second, please, and then I'm gonna run over to
Go ahead, use
take.
your reaction, buddy.
He's gonna get up and
He's
attack.
gonna. None of these reactions you get the choice of. They're
What
already
can I ask a question? What does Hakon see now that my family has teleported away?
Right now, just your mom is teleported away. Your dad's still here,
Okay.
and Arboris monster is going to go kill him. And when he yells at you, asking you to calm down, he's really telling you need to stop being weak and you need to stand up and fight better.
Does a 21 hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, 21 just hits him.
Dude, that's fucking bullshit. Okay. I'll roll low. 1 and 1. Okay, that's a 2. It's fine. That's another 2. So that's 4 plus my strength, right?
Mhm.
Is 8. Plus
Rage.
Rage is 3, which is 11.
Okay. Alright, so Arboris, you run over.
I'm gonna say, I'll be panting heavily.
Okay.
I don't know why you're still fighting right now, but the one person that you believed in just abandoned you. And then I'm gonna take out my rapier. I'm gonna go in for a stab, and then I'm gonna go in for a fury of blows.
Okay.
Finish him.
How much key points does your flurry of books cost?
1.
You're good.
I've got 1 more, I think.
Oh,
I have to keep track. You're good.
oh baby.
You use 7 of the wind, you use 2 flurry blows. This one's your last one.
Oh, okay. Shit.
You're not going to need another after this. You're fine. Go ahead and make your 4 attack rolls. He
Okay.
does not have his shield on him, so he has a 14 armor class.
Okay, well, my rapier was a 26.
Okay, roll the next one.
Or 26.
So if you just say yes if you beat a 14.
Yes. Yes. I get 3 punches, right? Or no, 2?
Yeah, 3 punches and 1 rapier.
All of them hit.
Okay,
Man,
go
why
ahead and roll
wasn't I
damage on
rolling-
the rapier.
It was like 18, 19, 18, 19.
Roll damage on the
17.
rapier.
I guess I rolled 3 nat 20s. I've been rolling pretty fucking good today. There was a 7.
7. Okay, roll the first punch.
8.
8.
The second one is 11.
11.
The third one is a 10.
So you run because he's on top of your dying friend and he's holding him. He's like you don't know what he's doing. That it looks like maybe he's trying to choke him to death. And so you bring the rapier and shove it straight through the back of his shoulder, and he kind of and you grab him with both hands on his shoulders, and you throw him off, and you get on top of him and just and you pull him up, like you literally pull his collar and punch him down back onto the ground with the first punch, and it slams him down. The rapier, the hilt, gets pushed further up.
Dad.
You grab him up again. You do it one more time, throwing him into the ground. With your final attack, how would you like to do it?
No, not my father.
I would like to, I would just like to, like, just brutally, eye socket, break his eye socket, just like
His other one?
yeah, but I just want to go, kind of like a bash, like a, bah.
Oh, you want to, hammer fist it?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you punch him down, you bring both your fists up and just slam straight down into the front of the cavity. It caves in. You break and cave in. You didn't imagine you had the strength and the anger that could,
Good night, bro.
exact such fury, and the body goes limp. Now that's your turn. So Lux, go ahead and make a death save.
Fail.
1 failure. Hakon.
Try and hit me again.
Dad.
You move your way over.
Wait. Am I still under the trinity?
Keep
tree?
walking.
Oh god.
Keep going.
Pastor Boris?
Well, you want to get down there with him.
Okay. Well, this guy's down.
And
so.
you look to the left and see the pure. You watch Arboris as he has killed your father. You take your greatsword now, and you feel
No.
you feel the loss,
Oh,
you feel
no.
the pain,
Oh no.
and so you bring your greatsword up, and as you swing it down, you hear a chuckle, a laugh, and for an instant, and you're able to catch yourself, because for an instant, everything comes back to what it is. Reality changes. Within an instant, you see Arboris standing over the body of Lux, and he looks at you with a look that says, like, don't. Like, do not drop that blade down. Don't bring it towards me. And you stop yourself as it's within an inch of his face. And you're a chuckle in the back of your head that goes, I made you play with your friends. Look around at what you have done. I'll see you again.
Hakon, did you break out of this? Anyways, do not hit me. I do not want to deflect another attack. And then I'm going to uncork my health potion and funnel it down Lux's mouth.
I see that, and I just dropped my sword on the ground.
Is it 2d4?
It's 2d4 plus 2. Yes.
1. You get 4 HP.
So does my memory just goes back to the point where right before I
No.
used the potion and then my memory goes black and now I'm back
Yeah.
in reality?
Yeah, now
Okay.
you're back in reality. Well, you sensed everything, but it was
But
a
it-
domination. It was a charm, so things didn't appear to be normal. And now you're in full, like, you feel like you're in full control of your body. You feel like you're in full control of your actions, and you realize that your mind has been turned against you. You've been manipulated heavily, and you were able to catch yourself once it was let go. But you know that you didn't break free. You were let go, and you were able to stop yourself once it had happened. You get a healing potion. You are able to come back to consciousness, full consciousness. There is a very somber silence that kind of pervades this cavern. The portal is about halfway red at this point, and you start to hear the sounds of feet rushing towards you as the lizard folk are making their way down. As you turn and look about halfway down the ramp, they start to slow, seeing that you guys are all alive and that there isn't anyone else down here that is threatening. You guys have maybe a minute before they run down there. You guys want to talk, say something, wait.
Hakon, do not blame yourself for this, but we need to find him. Do not blame yourself though. It was all right. He's quite a powerful mage, is what it seems. He kept countering Lux's spells here.
He will not be able to get the same grip on me the next time I see him. I can assure you of that. This is more than personal now, so we're both going after your brother. All three of us are. We're gonna get his ass.
He's so much stronger than I thought.
I'm gonna look down at that corpse and just kind of, oh, goodness.
You look down, you're like, did I do that?
Yeah, well, what happened to him?
He tried. He made some promise to his brother to kill Lux. So he was quite determined, and I had to knock it out of him.
He seemed to really like your brother. Can I go down and search the body? Does he have any kind of notes or anything on him? Anything important?
Yeah, make an investigation check.
Okay.
Can I
That's
investigate
a nat
the
20.
runes?
Make an Arcana check. Natural 20?
Nat 20.
Natural 20. You find a holy symbol to Tiamat on him.
Okay.
It is of a 5-headed dragon. Each head is a different color, with none being represented heavier than the other. So this is a unified worship of Tiamat, whereas you guys have seen so far fractured
I'm gonna
worship.
hold it up to you guys. I
Or
guess this is
specific
their
towards the
clean,
black
huh?
dragon.
And then I'm gonna give you the holy symbol.
You also find I'll say you find about 10 platinum on his body.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
Other
I
than
don't
that,
show you guys that.
Other than that, currently, because he had used his greater potion of healing, he does not have anything else with it.
Can I go walk over to his sword that I see as well? And
Yeah,
pick
it's just
that
a
up?
long sword.
Just a long sword.
Yeah.
I'll throw it on my back, and then I'm gonna come back to you guys.
I rolled a 16.
for Arcana. You get the impression that, especially, well, it depends. What languages do you know?
I know Draconic and Common.
Okay, it's not in a language that you know, but you get the impression based off of what you saw, like contextually speaking, that it seems to be like a teleportation room. So something, it's able to be magically, and it looks like it's still active.
I wouldn't be able to tell where you went.
No, because you don't. I mean, you don't know if the runes would give the location, but if they did, you wouldn't know because you don't know Elvish. So it's because you don't know the words.
Can I read it?
The runes. You can. Go
Can I also read it?
Reading? Well, yeah, you both know Elvish. So the runes, they're basically just magical words of power. They don't really appear to be in conjunction of like a sentence. They don't work together. They're just magical words of power. So they were written down in ritual in order to call upon the ether and the kind of like the actual like source of magic and bring it out here to conjure people to another area.
Words of power? Does it say like Wakanda forever? on the
No, it does
circle
not
or-
say Wakanda forever. That's not what it says. Nope. And it does not say E Bombay if you ask.
Well, I guess that potion was helpful, though, huh?
I guess.
At this point, Snapjaw makes his way down with a couple lizard folk and goes, "Well, it seems like you guys are fine down here. Sorry we were delayed."
We didn't get Nox. We didn't kill Nox. He got away. Teleported out of here. I'm gonna point to the teleporter up there.
Nox,
The dragon, the winged one.
the winged one.
We learned his name.
He is a. That's unfortunate, but Borngray's done. Castle's ours. We would offer you, in reward, your fair share. You helped us regain our pride. You helped us regain our home. The least we could do is offer you some of the loot. It's not like we could do much with it anyways. We live off the land. You're free to search through the castle. Take what you wish.
Oh, that is
I know,
more than generous.
I know briefly of this, and he looks towards the portal. He kind of walks up towards it. Resmir and Asbar and Joss had spoken of it on a few occasions. It teleports them northward. I don't know specifically where, but it's where they would come here from. Their actual location is beyond that.
Teleporter goes north. If this teleporter is in Elvish, would that lead us to believe that it would connect to another teleporter that has Elvish runes written on it, or could
Make
it
an Arcana check.
be anywhere?
Are you proficient in Arcana?
I am
Yeah,
not.
you do not make that Arcana check. Someone else can.
I'm gonna ask that question out loud. Because if there's the Elvish on there, would the Elvish go to other Elvish, or
Anyone who's proficient in Arcana,
make the
make an
check,
Arcana check.
please?
I'm not proficient.
What? No one is? No.
So it's kind of like a conglomerate, like I wouldn't know. I don't have the training.
That sucks.
No. He's not proficient in Arcana.
Dude, but he's a lizard, dude.
He's proficient in survival.
Dude.
And that's it.
Mark Zuckerberg would be proficient in Arcana. That's all I'm saying. So,
He's proficient in
everything. So
Mark Zuckerberg is a goddamn wizard.
Legally, we can't say anything. For legal reasons, that was a joke.
anyways, that's fine. Either way,
I love Mark Zuckerberg.
we still have an implication of where they go when they do go northward, so that's good to know. Is there a way to deactivate this portal that you know of?
Normally the portal kind of stays open for quite some time. They would move forces back through it. They designed it to stay open for a while. I would say you have about 2-ish hours before it fully closes.
Can I short rest right now? Like immediately right now? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stays open for
okay.
about.
So
He wakes up from the short rest. What about the second short rest? Draws like that.
We made it.
we
for the
could,
portal still, right?
so we could go through this portal, guys. We could go through this portal and see what's on the other side. I mean, the chances of certain death on the other side are probably pretty high, but we could.
Wait. What if you disguise as?
And weren't you
At
talking
this
about?
point, the
weren't
circle is fully blue.
Weren't
the
you
red's
talking
gone.
about invisibility? Oh, you said the red's gone.
That means you can't go through it.
It means that it's probably a different place now. Is probably what it
You
means.
have no idea. It just did not blue.
Now, listen, I'm a bit of a fool, but I do remember. Do I remember from when he made the portal a different color with the stuff from his arm?
It was from his own blood.
From his own blood. When his own blood messed with the color of that teleporter, and me thinks that because it's a different color now that it goes to a different place than where it would take us, even if we did go through it. So whether or not it's worth it for us to go through there, I don't know. However, your blood is probably pretty similar to his, so if you did a little
Why?
splashy, we might go to the same place as him.
What? Yeah.
I watched Kitre's art sing. Yeah, because he heard that.
Yeah, I've got a better idea. And I'll go pick up the black whatever dude.
Born
Borngray.
he's a half elf.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll cut his wrist and I'll see if it does anything.
You cut his palm, and it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, well, you heard the man. It's your turn.
Well, there's probably more attached to it because of the chances. There's probably a speech aspect to it as well, but I'm not.
Why don't you just go through it?
Okay, Boris, but I don't know how to say the word for it. That's the thing.
You don't have to. You just have to walk. Look at it. Just
But
walk
it doesn't
through
take us to the same place.
You don't know that. You're not sure. It could.
At best, we end up in some random spot.
Perfect.
We
Who
can go
knows?
through the portal.
Maybe a snowy mountain that
But
we're
we
not
should-
prepared for.
We
First,
should
it's what
rest,
we need to
Or
first.
we end up against my brother again.
which is why I'm saying we should
die.
rest first. Because I mean, we might be able to open this again, but we'll see. So we'll turn back to the lizard folks then too. Is there any way that we can help with everything settling down after the battle? I mean, we're gonna take our rest, but
You seem like you have a lot to think about. We'll leave you to it. You have freedom to search the castle and take what you wish.
I do have one question. Did they keep messenger birds anywhere?
Unfortunately, not.
No. Okay.
What the teleportation circle is for. That's why it remains open for quite some time.
Oh, can I make a? I don't even know if I can check for this. Can I remember if any of the major cities that we stopped at had teleportation circles?
You
like
hadn't
this?
seen any there,
Okay. Damn it.
but you also weren't in there long enough to check. It's like you could assume that they could.
But
I mean, it would probably be a
can't
safe assumption, knowing how large magic has reached.
Would there be a magic room in the castle?
A magic room? Great question. You can search the castle if you want.
Yeah, I mean, he said we can take whatever we want from the
I wanna
castle.
search
So,
the castle.
Okay.
so
So if you
Scrolls.
search the castle, what I'm going to do
Potion.
is I'm going to say that you can spend an hour searching through the castle. Okay. So what that's going to look like, so that we're not running room by room, describing it hallway by hallway. There are 3 floors to this castle. Okay. All I need from you is I just need you to describe to me what type of room or things are you looking for. I'll do a quick skim based on your roll. We'll see where we end up.
Magical items.
Wow.
Scrolls, healing potions.
So you're looking for stuff with scrolls. So maybe a room with scrolls and potions. Okay.
Agon is looking for books about spirits.
Books. So you're looking for a room with books.
And I'm looking for magical items.
Of what degree?
Of rings and or weapons.
New wand. If possible.
Any.
Okay, it's like an armory of sorts.
Sure.
Okay, I need everyone to make an investigation check.
Oi!
It's lit.
Oh, it's not that lit actually. Damn. What'd you get?
18.
What you got?
Yeah, I got 13.
13?
18 with a haircut.
What's your bonus?
Okay, and then you were looking for a room of books.
Books about spirits.
So you do find a library. On the second floor. It's a very impressive library. It contains over 100 books, quartos, and manuscripts, in which you are able to collect a book on specters. We'll say specters, spirits. No, we'll say specters. I don't want to say it. It goes into my title. Specters, ghosts, and other such spirits. Which what we'll name the title of it. And it seems to be some arcane compendium on the different types of ethereal specters that are out there. So it talks about ghosts, talks about specters, talks about wraiths, banshees, all the different types.
That's what I'm talking about.
Alright. Well, you found a nice library.
And we'll say you're also able to find 500 gold in that library. Arboris, you were looking for weapons. So weapons would have brought you towards the arsenal, which is also on the second floor. The chamber is stocked. You can see different types of weapons, hundreds of arrows. A lot of the metal is rusted to dust, which is a huge indication that it's not magical, because magical weapons tend to withstand the last
Are
time.
your arrows okay?
No, because it's not like
It's all
it's all metal rusted. You look around and you start to kind of feel a bit defeated as you kind of look through. Fortunately, right at the end, you see a sheathed dagger. The hilt, black.
What was an assassin dagger?
Serpentine, curved blade with a snake at the bottom of the hilt. The blade is sheathed, so this is your only hope. You grab the sheath and the hand and the hilt in hopes of, by drawing this blade, it is not rusted or broken. And as you do so, an obsidian sheen, a glisten, a bright blade. You find a dagger with that.
Oh, shit.
You find one dagger of venom.
Is it magical?
It is.
And it's dex-based, right?
Next session, I will actually give you the card for it, because I have the card. So if you want to just write down what, like, on your weapons sheet so that you can have it written down, it's a +1 dagger to attack and damage rolls. And it does have you can use an action to cause poison to coat the blade, so that effects happen when you land attacks with it.
So just use an action to coat it with poison?
Yeah, you can use an action to coat it with poison.
And it, like, magically coats itself, basically?
So, I'll give you the card for it off camera so that you have it, so that you don't have to memorize everything.
And a dagger is a d4, right?
The dagger is a d4, yeah. Do you have, by chance, like, monk proficiency in it? If you were to ever make it a monk weapon, I don't know if that's a thing. It depends on how the Kensei weapons work.
I can get more proficiencies later on.
If you do ever make daggers a proficient weapon, then your martial arts dice would replace that.
What do you mean?
Because when you're using monk weapons, the monk weapons can use the martial arts damage. Like, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, so you're saying I would get the
bonuses for it.
Yeah.
As long as you take the time to make it your monk weapon. It's like the same as the
Let me look real
hexblade.
quick just to make sure, but I'm pretty positive that's the case.
How much does the poison add?
Oh, poison's always good, dude.
Yeah, so it says you
can.
can roll a d4 in place of the normal damage of your unarmed strike or monk weapon. So yeah, since you have a d6 of martial arts damage, then if you were to be proficient Kensei wise
It would make it a
daggers,
D6?
it would make it a d6.
Oh. That's pretty cool.
So, but I'll give you the card off stream. But you have a dagger of venom,
Oh, shit.
and that's what you find. And then Lux, what again were you looking for specifically? For scrolls and stuff.
Scrolls and healing potions.
Scrolls and healing potions.
Or potions.
Right. You make your way to the 3rd floor. On the 3rd floor, you open what is the most, in your impression, notable doorway. The top level of this keep seems to be turned into an astrological observatory. The most interesting device is a telescope-like contraption.
You found a telescope.
Tables are all over the place with different scientific experiments, so like broken vials, tubes, things like that. All damaged to time.
Oh, wonderful.
You see a small chest that has a dragon-like lock on it. And you can push on a table and you can see where other bottles were knocked out of the way to give it room. You have thieves' tools? You can try. Make thieves' tools.
Oh,
I got an 8.
I'll just kick it open.
You open it. And you find 3 slots for what would be greater potions of healing, one of which had been removed.
That's what the bastard
You get 2 greater potions of healing. And then the only thing left in this room is that telescope. Of import.
Well, it replaced the potions that we used, and it was a kind of an upgrade.
I'll
And
take
that
those.
500.
Well, you can't take it with you. I'm just saying.
That 10
Yeah.
platinum you got almost. Or
As you look through the telescope, you
Costs
can see it looks. It's actually very interesting. So it's not looking at an area that's even relatively close. In fact, there seems to be a magical enchantment on it that allows it to search out for miles. It's still looking within the mirror, but specifically a cavern entrance that was pointed in the direction that you believe you came from because it overlooks the encampment, like where the lizard folk and the bullywugs were. And you see a black dragon land from the skies right outside and kind of worm its way. And you suddenly realize why this section, like this sect of the cult of the dragon, was here. Was they were working towards that dragon.
that now exists, or that now is here.
Well,
What do
I
you mean
assume that
working
they were
towards?
trying to court it,
Oh.
basically.
Wait till he's entering a cave
And
entrance?
that
lair.
cave is that dragon's lair, and they were trying to court this dragon to get it to join their side, but we
Can-
now thwarted that, hopefully.
I was thinking it was the entrance to where we came from.
No. You get the impression that it's in the direction from where you came from,
Okay.
but it's miles away. Like it's not anywhere close.
Can we steal that telescope?
It's not movable.
Can I look for my dad in the telescope?
If he's within 50 miles of you.
Dad?
It also doesn't work like Jack Sparrow's compass, where it points to what you want. So you would have to hope for the best.
10.
Finds a random elf. Dad
The Black Pearl.
walks up. Are you my dad?
Just wanted to
I
boat.
saw you in a telescope. You were like
Let
50
me-
miles away from here. Are you my dad?
Drive the boat.
Who do you think's gonna win the trial? Just kidding.
So, is that all you do?
Is there anything else significant in that room?
Not that you can see.
Telescope. That you
You're not
can't
looking
look.
hard enough.
You're not looking hard enough. No, I used his 18 for it. We're pretty confident. What would you like to do?
So it's now been an hour, right?
Yeah, about an hour's time. So
You
you
still
have a
wanna
chance
go to that
to
portal?
rest. You can short rest. But you would have to use this hour to do so. Anyone else can use this hour to do other things. But this is your only chance to short rest now.
I'm gonna short this.
All short this.
Well. Is my options short rest or look for a breastplate, or is it?
You wouldn't be able to find one that'd be wearable because the arsenal has a bunch of rusted breastplates. They're not functional. Sorry, pal. I appreciate the hunt.
Yeah, fix it mending.
I don't think it's like a mending issue.
Prestidigitation.
Let's check mending real quick.
Prestidigitation.
We'll check the specifics of mending.
Scroll part repairs a single break or tear in an object.
Yeah, not a single.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. No, yeah, I'm gonna short rest.
Okay.
We are
So
not
go ahead and roll your hit dice.
to get a moment
You're
for
healing?
a short rest.
Instantly clean or soil an object no larger than 1 cubic foot.
Yeah, but it's like it has severe rust damage. Like it's brittled, it's cracked. Like none of it's not a single tear. It's not a one-time fix.
Oh, you have to long rest for your rages back? That sucks.
I'm still kind of confused on how short resting works.
Why?
Like, how many spell slots do I get?
That depends on what it says for the sorcerer.
It'll
So
tell you, bro.
You would have to look at on the sorcerer page where it talks about spell casting, specifically your spell slots, and it would tell you. So let me look that up for you real quick. Sorcerer fighting. Yeah, so spell casting, so spell slots. To cast one of the sorcerer spells, you must expend a spell slot. You regain all when you finish a long rest, so none when you use a short rest.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah,
only
yours is all during your long rest.
it's only warlocks that do it, bro. Unless you have like a ability for it.
I'm finna just long rest.
You don't have the time.
Yeah, long rest is
Well,
like
you
8
can carry
hours.
me.
Huh? Don't say that again, dude. Yeah, no, I am. But
I got jack shit, dude. Do I get sorcery points?
You should really know your stuff.
I don't plan on short resting.
How about that?
I'm an 8-hour guy.
I'm an 8 hour. Your fault.
What? What, 60?
Long rest.
Jesus.
Yeah. You're an 8 hour guy. Factual.
Just gonna take a nap real quick.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll your hit dice. Roll as many as you have available. Just make sure you mark down what you have remaining, because you can only regain up to half your maximum hit dice per long rest that you take.
So it's a d6 plus anything, or just d6?
It's always plus your constitution modifier.
And then how many you have? So like
Up
if
to your
I-
level.
Up to my level. Oh shit.
oh shit.
Fucking one, bro.
Like once?
2.
Are you gonna use any of your hit dice? You have 4 left.
D6. Or is it D8, right?
It's the little. What's it say in the little circle?
D8. 8. 6.
14,
8.
22.
That's pretty good. I got one more. Okay. And a
Plus
7.
29.
That's pretty damn good, dude.
Hit point? Yeah, no. The hit die are awesome.
But I mean, I rolled almost
Because
max.
does
like,
that
every
put you back
single
up to
time.
max HP? Because it's whatever you have
I mean, it
plus
puts me at
29.
33.
Yeah, there's 1 under your AG.
Nice.
And I mean, I rolled an 8, a 6, an 8, and a 7
That's really, yeah, no, that's nice as fuck.
out of a D8.
That greater heal. You guys good on your rest? Do you get any of your key points back on a short rest?
I think I do actually.
Because you might not get all of them, but you might get some back.
I don't know about that one.
I think I get some of them back.
I'm gonna call Cat.
I mean, I've only played Monk once. Let me double check.
No cap, I swear.
No, Joe, I'll tell you in a second.
Yep, short or long rest.
And
Get them all back, right?
you have to spend at least 30 minutes of the rest meditating to read.
That's fine. Yeah, we'll say.
What does that mean, though?
It just because your short rest is an hour,
Uh-huh.
and it's an hour of light work. So like you could read a book,
Oh, I see.
but
he
like
has to
half of that hour has to be meditating
spend-
if he wants to benefit. So we'll say
Oh,
for the sake of it that it is. That's fine. I'm not gonna nickel and dime him for every inch of time.
It's okay, you can. I'll spend 30 minutes.
Yeah, we're good.
We could, you really want to go through that portal dungeon? You said I
You
don't
guys
want
kind
to.
of have to.
Yeah, there's nowhere else to go.
It's not an option.
Oh, really? We can't just say, oh, we're done here?
Where are you gonna go
Oh.
and do what?
Back to Greenest. We're gonna go back and
and
report.
let them win.
I thought we stopped.
We have to go make a report,
No.
dude. Back to
There's
home
no-
base. Let Commander
Yeah,
know what's
Resident
up.
not dead.
And neither is Nox.
And because you have found the first holy symbol that is dedicated to the unified worship of Tiamat. You guys have only been dealing with people that worship black dragons.
This is about to get a whole lot more spicy.
Are the white dragons evil too?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So green, red, blue, white, and black. Only metallic.
Are cool.
Chromatic or bad.
What?
There's chroma,
It's
color.
easy. It's
chroma,
easy.
color. Chroma, color.
Like from Destiny.
Metal.
Like from Destiny, the chromas, you know.
No. I don't know. I didn't play that
From
game.
Destiny 1, you know.
Okay.
It would change the color of the armor.
You know, like how chrome wrap on a car.
The
kinda
lighting,
looks
the LED.
metallic. Like,
Wrong. No. Wrong thing there. Because that chrome is metallic. Chroma, color. So, you guys take a moment to prepare yourself, getting ready to be able to walk forward onto the next leg of this adventure. You do not know where you go. And as you step through the portal, one by one, it closes behind you. What hits you faster than your realization that this is it? You're nowhere close to home. And you don't know when you'll return or if you'll make it back alive.
What is
The thing that hits you faster than that
it?
is the realization
Is it cold?
that it is very cold.
God damn it, dude. I knew it was coming.
We're in Neverwinter.
Neverwinter's a city.
Yeah, no, we're not in Neverwinter, bro.
Dark pine woods are all around on the slopes of a mountain valley. The air is cold and it is fresh. 2 ancient stones stand to either side of you, and no more than a bow shot ahead along the path is a large house. Stone on the ground floor, timbers above. Within sight are more standing stones. Pine branches, they shift and they sway in a gusting, fitful wind. A squirrel chitters and then falls silent. The ancient building has a wood and plaster upper floor over a fieldstone lower floor. Shuttered windows are all closed. The roof is completely overgrown with moss. A single door stands slightly open. Smoke pours from one of 3 large chimneys. What this means for our adventurers, we do not know. That's what we'll pick up next week.
oh shit.
Bro, I'm not even gonna get to go see who's home.
No, this will be a cool. We get to walk up this dark path up to this forest.
You've spent to kind of watch. We appreciate everything, and I hope you all have a great rest of your night and a great rest of your week. Adios.
Have a
Good night,
good
everyone.
night.
Good night,
Thank
good
you,
night,
thank
good
you.
Thank you for